we got in the house? Who is this? Who is this mass marauder? It's Mike Vendetta!
What's up, everyone?
Hey, Mike, how you doing today, brother?
Hey, what's up, gentlemen? How you guys doing? Good to see y'all.
Doing good, man.
Doing good. Awesome.
So, who do we got in the house tonight, Charlie?
First of all, charts, everyone. Good evening.
We're starting it off right. Charts.
Charts. Probably got a bunch of people in the house, I'm assuming. How many people got here?
We got 7 people in the house so far.
Everyone. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening. We got Jericho. We got Otis Ferris in the house. We got Red Lab. We got a Dennis Hedrick in the house.
Banshee Mining in the house. Hey, Banshee, how you doing?
We got
videos.
Clark's Clove Detecting in the house.
What's up, everyone?
Mark Miller, what's happening, my brother?
Joey Brown's in the house.
We got Mayhem Prospecting in the house, guys. You know what happens when Mayhem comes around. Wow! Yeah! We got Mayhem.
Nice.
All right, guys. Are y'all ready for tonight's show? Because we are here to drill this guy. And he signed up for it. Can you believe that?
You might have to give me 1 second so I can forward those to you, Jeff. So
yeah, go ahead, Charlie. I got this, brother.
Do that quick.
Go ahead, man. All right, let's see what we've got going on in the chat, Vendetta. Anybody you gotta say hi to?
First of all, let's do a big shout out to AU guys prospecting.
Oh
yeah, AU guys.
AU guys, new sticker, guys, new sticker.
Yeah, and a big shout out to, of course, Brewers from Brewers Prospecting. His name is Jeff.
My name is Jeff.
Yep, and we got a bunch of other people in the house, but want to say thanks for inviting me on to your guys' show, and glad to be a part of it, man. I'm always in chat talking it up, but it's nice to join you guys here for the show.
Dude, I mean, we're all the time over at your show watching it. We hanging out, having fun. I was like, dude, I got to get Mike on the show, man. He is such an awesome guy. He is a big part of the community.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Not everybody's sitting on Paydirts from Vendetta Prospecting.
How have you not opened that thing, man? Waiting for a real cold day, I'm guessing.
Yes. Well, yeah, that's the big bag. That's the 3 gram plus. But, we sit on a lot of Vendetta around here. Oh, Superstition Mountain.
Hey, I see a little bit of different labeling on a couple of those bags. I wonder what's up with that.
Yeah, well, I can tell you what's up with this white bag. If you're a Patreon over at Vendetta Prospecting, you get this bag. Now, you got to be at the big boy level. This is not your average. I mean, we'll call it big boy. I'm not a big boy, but, we'll call it.
Well, no, I mean, all that support goes so much into helping the channel and be able to do, checking out the Paydirts that are out there, getting input from you guys, chat in general, or anyone else watching, all the comments, especially the bad ones. What don't you like? Because let's not do that again, right? Like, I can't hear what you're saying. Okay, let me turn down that audio for you. So,
Yeah.
But without that kind of feedback, we just, be in the same spot all the time. So we always try to get a little bit better out there. But I kind of like that rough and tough, unedited stuff too. That is kind of where I'm at too.
Yeah. And guys, if you haven't noticed, tonight and tonight only, while you're here in our show, you can go over to Vendetta Prospecting, and all this is pinned at the top of the chat, guys. You just go up there, hit that link. It'll take you over there, put Brewers in, and you will get $4.20, a $4.20 discount.
Any order. That's right.
Any order, guys. Mike's done that for y'all tonight, so let's give Mike a big round of applause for that. Appreciate it, Mike.
I appreciate that. Right. No problem.
Hello, James Brown. How you doing?
Otto Ferris is in the house.
Yes, we got Otto's.
Was he saying that he's gonna be sending jerky out to someone, or was that to all of us, or what? Who was that saying they were gonna be sending us jerky the other night?
I think that might have been Robert Worley from
Robert
For
Worley.
the Love of Jerky.
Oh, okay, that's
Hello,
right.
Roger Lane. How you doing?
Evening, guys. But yeah, if you guys want to go hit up and see all these wonderful pay dirts. Now, I got a few bags that you guys can't get because I bought these a while back and I've been sitting on them. You can get the black and white label, but there is no more blue label.
No, not even the black and white. Not even the black and white.
Gone.
The courtside stuff is gone. That was actually a special thing. 48 State Prospecting. He's another YouTube guy out there.
Hello, Brian.
And, I've met up with him locally a few times, and we've gone up to Prescott a couple times to go prospecting together. And he brought me some material from Quartzsite when he went out metal detecting and mining with some of his buddies. So he helped me out with that material, and I kind of featured him and tried to give him some shout outs. But that was some really special stuff, man. It's just like straight Caliche.
You know, I'm starting to understand why HD Shovelhead has a mantle and a vault full of nothing but bag pay dirt. So I'm starting to understand.
Yeah. So I've started recently, like, putting a bag aside from each one. And I forget who won it, but we're going to be releasing a bag. You might have a picture of it.
Oh, I believe I do. Let me pull that up for you real quick, and you can give us the heads up on that one, Mike. Right here we go.
Yeah, so someone won the first bag of that. I can't remember who it was, but it was the first 100% ROI fine gold Jimmy Secret spot pay dirt.
I was there for that.
Who was it? It wasn't you, was it?
I think it was Spider Ace, wasn't it?
Might have been. It might have been Yeah, HD won it.
HD.
And that's never going to be open.
Yeah.
Speak of the devil and boom,
That's right.
We'll get him.
That's right.
Hey, AAP Variety Channel, how you doing?
AAP in the house.
Yeah, so right now we have the Hacienda 100% ROI, and that's pretty much like Arizona's version of a beach sands, right? This fall there was a lot of flooding down there, and so much heavies got brought into that area, so it's very difficult. So some people might not like that super hard challenge, so we're going to do the Jimmy Secret spot, which is pretty muddy, but not as hard with the black sands.
I thought
a lot of organics.
Yes,
a lot of organics. That's all I can say. After you do the Jimmy Secret spot, you have to change your water.
Yeah, you won't see anything else besides mud or brown in the water,
See, I tried to guess where Jimmy's secret spot was at, but I was wrong on my guess, but I thought I had a good idea.
There's a couple videos on it. There's a couple videos on it.
So how are the boys, Mike? Are the boys doing good?
Yeah, the boys are good. They had a little cold the last, since Christmas. Of course, every week we're out there getting them tested because I don't want to expose anyone at work and stuff like that. But yeah, they're good. They're recovering. They're fine now. Really, just trying to keep up with them is a challenge, man. It's something else.
I love seeing Prospector Ale and little Prospector Jimmy. So
they love it, and I was honestly kind of surprised because they like hiking and going outdoors and stuff. But the attention span is the thing with the children that is really hard to kind of extend, right?
Absolutely. I raised one boy, and yeah, you've got to keep them entertained and
fed. They're just rampaging on everything.
I'm glad I don't have that bill anymore. That got expensive through high school.
Oh man, I can only imagine.
Luke Duke, how you doing?
Oh, Luke Duke's in the house.
Luke Duke. I would say call in, but we're in the middle of an interview. So we'll call in for the after party.
Yeah, I got some else from Luke Duke here too. I didn't get rid
the
of
Bruce Lee coin.
Yep.
Oh. You got a Bruce Lee coin? Mine's in my room.
Yeah, I got a Bruce Lee coin. So thank you for that, Luke Duke.
You guys keep on pulling all these coins, and I ain't got a.
You got coins. You got coins. You got some coins over there.
Hey, well, yeah. Wait a minute. Oh, I got some Vendetta coins over here, one of a
wait.
kind.
Yeah.
Ooh, different castings.
Got a little hey, you guys coins over here too. You know?
I can help you out on that. Hey, you guys coin.
There it is.
See, here's my Vendetta coin.
Nice.
And then,
Yeah, I need to be
Nice.
casting some of those. I got some silver ones and some copper ones. I need to get making.
Yeah, there.
There it is.
Talking about some silver coins here, guys. This is
That's a
one
minty one.
that's one of Vendetta's silver pours, and this is the backside of it.
Yeah, so that's 1.31 troy ounces.
Yeah.
Big
hey, so
boy.
Vendetta, I have an idea on how to pour those where you can get a nice thinner, flat one without bubbling too much.
Far away.
And I'll send you that in text message
All right, cool.
on how to do that.
Cool.
Can I stack my Patreon to get a silver one?
Yeah, I mean, I can always figure something out. You know that.
I'm just
I need to pour a bunch. I haven't been doing that in a while, and it's really cold. So I'm gonna have to get some torches and stuff like that on the mold. But I've tried different things with that. Maybe someone in chat knows. I've tried heating the mold up till it was like pretty much red hot. The graphite molds, or having a torch on it as I pour. But it kind of just depends. There's a lot of little different variables. But yeah, maybe Charles has some things that'll help refine that for me.
Yeah. Now, me and Charlie want to pick your brain on that level just a lot on private side, but we definitely want to know more on this smelting, pouring, and stuff, and we'd like to grow into that. Charlie's a little.
I'm in the process of already making a homemade smelting furnace for less than $35.
Yeah, you got what, kale wool in a barrel or something? You're just gonna throw it in, or
I'm using 2 terracotta pots with the kale wool, and then I'm
you don't need to spend a lot of money. You don't.
And then lining everything with refractory cement, and
Yeah.
then making a lid out of kale wool just to cover it.
Are you gonna hook up a little fan to a blower, or?
No, I'm gonna use I'm making a propane torch head that goes into the burner.
Easy. Yeah,
and
you got it.
I've got a tank that I can fill up for like $15 just down the road.
Yeah,
we got it.
You should make a video of you throwing that together if you haven't already started to do that, because that's a lot cheaper than buying like a forge or something.
I'm working on it right now as we speak.
Awesome. Yeah, I'd love to check that out, because I have a Devil's Forge, right? And it's for the messy, smelting and learning along the way. I've boiled over a couple times. I spilled ounces of silver on the floor. Having those affordable methods and easy to replace, and not going out and spending a few $100. That really does go a long way, because then you can buy the borax and the other things that you need along with it.
Because like everything with my channel that I usually do is everything on a budget.
Yes.
That's why originally
like your
I started
trommel?
out. Yep, like making my trommel, making my sluice boxes and stuff like that. Like everything that I started out with. Like I only just got a 10-inch by a 32-inch sluice box that's actually aluminum and solid and rigid. Otherwise, I've been just using a sluice box that I made out of steel from the swimming pool that I had left in the backyard.
Just fold it up, yeah. Were those edges kind of smooth and not cutting your hands all the time, or what?
No, they were a little bit sharp, but I got tough hands. So.
Yeah, I'm sure, right? No shit.
Anybody else touched it, it's like, ow, it cut me.
For sure. But yeah, doing things on a budget. Actually, a good buddy of mine recently just said, do more with less, right? And just try to do as much as you can with as little as you can. Not only money, but lugging stuff around. If you're going on a 10-mile hike up into a creek or a canyon, you can't have 50 pounds of stuff with you. So, try to refine it.
See, with me, if I can't pack it on my backpack and be able to carry it that way, like I'll carry the sluice in my hand and stuff like that, but if I can't get like the buckets, the shovel, everything else attached to my backpack to be able to carry it, then I don't need it.
Not coming, right? Yep. But I do a lot of like backpacking and hiking and things like that. So it's funny that you mentioned that. I actually have a couple pictures I can share with you guys of that. But like the first time I ever went backpacking, overnight camping, bring all your food and all this stuff. Man, I had like a 45, 50-pound pack. And we're hiking Arizona switchbacks and stuff like this. And, as I got better and experienced learning, I didn't want to carry all that. I can get it down to 6, 7 pounds without the water. So, that's fun learning how you don't want to do things.
Yeah, exactly right.
But see, the big thing that I always think about is if you're going in with that much weight and then working a full day out there,
yeah,
and then coming back, because for a fact you're going to pick up rocks, you're going to pick up cons, you're going to pick up something else while you're out there, and it's going to catch your eye. And you're coming back now with added weight.
Yep.
Okay. After working a full day, and now you still got to hike 3 miles out of the woods.
You're like, what can I leave here this time that I don't need?
Yeah,
it makes you rethink what you pack in, because if you're carrying extra weight that you don't need to carry, then you're just going to be carrying twice as much shit back.
Yeah, I didn't touch that hammer. Why did I bring it this time?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And you learn that real quick.
I'll show you guys a couple little trips that I've been on. If you guys got a second here, I can share some pictures with y'all of some outdoor adventures I've done in my personal life outside of prospecting here. Sorry for showing off the truck a little bit.
Oh no, by all means, show us, Mike. Show us.
All right. So
he's got to bring it up, and then we got to let it in. So.
Yeah,
there it is.
So this is me and my buddy. We're going to the Mojave Desert, and we did the Mojave Road, which is I think we spent probably 300 or 400 miles on that road, about 3 or 4 days, and it was a great time. We slept in a little camper on top of this truck, and I had a flat tire the whole time, so I was watching that. So that was pretty interesting, and there's a couple of these little boxes scattered out throughout, and that you can put stuff in there and leave a little log and stuff like that. So that was kind of cool. And I'll pull up another one on that same trip. Let's see here. Let me share this with y'all. There you go. And this was on the same trip. I forget the formation this was, but there were some volcanoes that had these lava tubes. And they were really, really fun to go in, and it was just a really cool experience.
Oh.
This is a big lava tube.
That's awesome.
That is nice, Mike.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, that was a little bit of fun that we had. I think that was in 2018.
Now, how many? Now, I know you got an awesome truck, Mike. Let's talk about the truck a little bit, because that's a pimped out truck. We've got to admit that. Have you ever gotten stuck in that truck?
Yeah, once. Well, okay. Besides the dead battery at the claim about a month ago, right?
Yeah. Besides that, when you had to get boosted off,
literally stuck. Like the truck was just down, right, down and out. Hey, Paydirt Prospecting's in the house. I just saw you there, and Brian Promlin. So sorry, I probably missed a bunch of people.
Yeah, we got Paydirt in the house. We got
Secret
Creek. We got
AAP's Variety Channel will be joining us Thursday night.
Yeah, Thursday night on Charlie's channel.
Nice. Check that out. Nice. Yeah, so I have gotten stuck here. I think I got something I can share with you guys on that.
I'll bring it up.
Another new name to our chat that I see in here is the Bud Files. Hello, how you doing?
Bud Files.
Oh, the Bud Files. What's going on?
Welcome. I got you, Charlie.
So this is up on the Mogollon Rim. We had a snowstorm maybe 2 years ago, and it dropped 5-6 feet, within a couple hours. It was insane. So, me being the smart person that I am and the super safe person that I am, I took my truck up to the mountains. And I thought it'd be fun to just, go up. I forget what fire road this is, but it's Rim Road. And there's a General Springs cabin. I'm going to take you guys there this spring or this summer, and I'll show you guys what General Springs cabin's about. It's awesome up there. It's so beautiful. But this was like 4 feet of snow, and I got my truck completely buried in the snow there. That's the only thing that stopped it. Luckily, I was able to just basically turn it around. A couple of us I hit the gas and spun it back around backwards.
Get it pointed back downhill.
Exactly.
Been there, done that.
Yeah. And then, we went on a trip. I'm going to take you guys out on a trip to Fort Peaks this spring or summer as well. And I'll kind of show you what that looks like, the back of that. Where is that bad boy? Fort Peaks is a really awesome place, and they have an amethyst mine up there.
Ooh.
A really big one. So I'll see if I can.
My favorite stones is amethyst. So
I'll see if I can get in contact with those guys and take a tour up there in their mine. They've been on the news and stuff before, so they're probably pretty friendly. But yeah, this is the backside of it, looking northeast.
Wow, that's flexing that truck pretty good. I see the daylight under the back tire.
Yeah, so that thing's really good for getting where I need to go out in the desert, taking us prospecting and getting in those really not so friendly places. I don't have a quad, but that's probably something I'll probably need here in the near future.
You drive the same truck as my son. He drives the Toyota as well, and he takes that thing everywhere. He's added lift kits and suspension. Last time he was in, I had some lights installed over at Four Wheels Unlimited and stuff like that. So yeah, he loves his truck. He camps out of it just like
I was having some transmission issues when I was going up to Lynx about 6 months ago, and I had to put a new rear gear, a bigger one in there, and it's been awesome since. So, with the big tires, you need to kind of gear everything right accordingly.
Yeah, and I've had a question, guys. That Brewers only gets you the discount for tonight. It's not all the way through the week. It's just tonight, guys. Just tonight. So if you're going to get some, I suggest you get it tonight.
Yep. It was just something to kind of help support the channel and thank everyone for being a part of the show tonight. And you can get a T-shirt for like I don't know what it would be, like $15-$16.
Yes, I would recommend that. Highly recommend.
I've
got one. I've got one, but I don't have it on. I'm sorry. I'm not representing tonight. I apologize, Mike. That means I would have had to do another load of laundry.
all I have is this and an empty Paydirt bag.
I've got some full Paydirt bags there, Mike. So I'm doing a little better.
Because like all the Paydirt bags that I end up picking up or buying, all of that goes back into the channel for like the giveaways and stuff like that. I just make my own Paydirt up that people can pan through out of material that we have here in Wisconsin.
It is not easy Paydirt. It's fun. I think I got 3 bags, and we did a guest of Paydirt episode with your stuff, and I didn't dry wash that stuff, did I?
No, you ran it through the sluice.
I ran it through the sluice, and even after that, dude, it was just all black sands. It's so heavy. The stuff was not light, dude. I'm like in the pan, I'm like, come on, flip back, and I'm like, where the fuck's the gold? Where is it?
But when you got to it, you got to admit it was a nice bag, though.
Oh man, I think I got well over 100% ROI. You sold those for like $60. You're nuts. Delivered. So, and there was well over a gram in each bag. It was awesome.
Charlie does that. He's that way.
Hey, I'm not trying to get rich off of it. I'm just trying to use it to support my channel and do stuff like that. So if I take a little bit of a cut at it, I'm fine with that, because sending that out to somebody that's never had a Paydirt bag in their hand before, sending it out like that, that's what gets the fever kicked off. Now they're looking at other Paydirts like, okay, I want to see what his stuff looks like. I want to see what his stuff looks like. And then I have a list of Paydirts that I've gone through already that people can check out and be like, well, this is a good bag. Well, this is a good bag, you know?
Yeah.
See, I've got a story there, Charlie. I had a friend, she had never gold panned or nothing, but yet she was interested and wanted to learn. She was like, so whose bag do I buy? And I was like Vendetta. I mean, I can highly suggest it because I sit on multiple bags here. I've got more than this. This is just what I'm showing. But anyway, he has a beginner bag for anybody out there that's just beginning. He's got bags that you can run. She was sitting there. All I was doing was coaching. I was not doing it for her. I was like, okay, you do this, you do this. She sat there, and you would not believe the excitement in this lady's eyes. I mean, she's an older lady, and she was just so excited when she seen that first shiny. She is panning back. I was like, just take it slow, pan back, pan. She seen that, she almost threw the pan down on the ground and started jumping up and down.
My God.
I mean, I was like, whoa.
That's crazy.
I mean, Mike has some good pay dirts if you're the beginner or if you're the expert, guys. I mean, he's got the full realm. And I believe he just might have some new bags in store that he's willing to talk about tonight to us, guys.
Yeah, there's a couple of things we can talk about with some new bags. To even kind of add to your point there, I recently had a customer through the website ask me a question about, I think it was the 100% ROI bags. They said, how difficult is it? And, how much gold's in there? And I said, well, right now it's pretty difficult. There's a lot of black sands in that, and it's super fine gold. That's the 100% ROI bag. All the other bags have a good mix of gold. And I said, I can take the heavies out if it's something you're new to, things like that. And just, tailor it to whatever you want. And that's what it's kind of all about. And that's what it's been like. What I've always wanted to present is what would I want to pan and have a good time doing. And that's what I try to put out there. Because if someone didn't have a good time doing it, or they had a difficult time and it wasn't really what they were expecting, that kind of goes right back to me. I'm like, man, I want to make that better. I don't want anyone to ever have that kind of experience. And that's something that's really difficult to do when you're selling to the public.
Now, Mike, is that one reason you went to the build your own bag? Is so that you could better...
Not necessarily. Because it's still the same pay dirts, and you would still need to go look at them and read the descriptions on the difficulties and what you can expect. But I did that so I didn't have to post 50 web pages with a 7-gram bag, a 5-gram bag, a 3-gram bag. And I don't think I've ever seen like a 2 or a what did I make? Like a 7-gram bag? Something weird.
Yeah,
just
it's
weird
7.
Increments.
You got 5, 7, and then 10, I believe.
Yeah, and I just wanted to make them kind of incremental, even up to an ounce that isn't a Nugget Bucket. And you save, I think, like $50 by doing that, because the Nugget Bucket has a lot bigger gold. You can expect, nuggets of gold, stuff like that. Big stuff for Nugget Buckets. And that $50 is a lot. I mean, the gold is a lot more expensive when it's this big.
Yeah, now our fans love the gold porn. So if you want to whip up any nuggets, you just go ahead and show them.
I can get some.
So, like, what I've heard is, like, when you have bigger, chunkier nuggets like that, like, you have the weight of gold correct for X amount for placer gold, but on top of it being a nugget, you get a premium of what, extra $10 per gram per nugget.
So the research that I've essentially like found out or studied was it's actually there's an incremental step, right? So if you're talking a nugget that's 2, 3, 4 grams, maybe that's 115, 120% spot, maybe $10 over. But when you're talking, remember that monster nugget I had that was like 44 grams? It's an ounce and a half. That is you have two sides of that. You have, well, I'm willing to pay for something that big. Doesn't matter the cost because I want a nugget that big, right? And that's a variable. But that nugget really had like 150, 160% value because you don't see stuff that big, right?
No, it's really rare. Like, we had Shane from West Oz Adventures on show us a 23-gram nugget that he pulled out of the ground.
That guy is a killer prospector, man. He is one in a million right there.
He is a blast to have on as a guest too. I mean,
I'm blown away. Yeah, he's awesome.
wide open all the time, and
He is.
he gets me excited.
I've only talked to him a couple of times, and I like the guy so much. He's just the energy, and he's just a real guy, you know. And he's awesome. So yeah, when he was so modest, he's like, yeah, you know, it was kind of a bad week, 300 nuggets.
Yeah, it's bad week.
Yeah, that was pretty bad. Like, what are you talking about? Like, get out of here.
Charlie, do you want to ask him question number 2? Do you got it? Oh, you don't have it pulled up. I'm sorry.
It's all on you, bud.
All right.
Oh, here, I got a picture to share for you guys real quick before we move on. Sorry.
Oh, no, you're fine, Mike.
Here we go.
You're the guest, brother. We work with you.
So this one right here, speaking of the Nugget Buckets, there was a lot of you guys in chat might have been there that night. I was building this for
our website's
first. Oh, is it still up?
No, your screen went black.
Oh, hold on one second. Hold on. There you go. Sorry. It was our first Nugget Bucket we were going to post on the website, and we were doing this live. I think Banshee Mining was there. I'm pretty sure she was there. And Richard Spider Ace Prospecting hopped into chat, and he was talking, and he's like, I'm firing up my printer. That's mine. And there was, what was it, a 16-gram nugget in there?
I think it was like 14 to 16, something like that.
Something like that, yeah. And,
it was like a triangular shaped piece. It was really, really awesome looking.
Yeah. And so that was the first one. I didn't even get to post it on the website. It was just gone. Totally took me by surprise. He's like, how much is it? And I was like, well.
Since you got your printer fired up, Richard.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't matter, right?
Price is no object.
That's right. That's right.
No, we all give Richard a hard time about that, but.
Oh, yeah, you have to. You have to.
Yeah. I mean, because he gives you a hard time if you're trying to get anything.
Oh, for sure. One day he was late to a Miller show. Oh, you can't buy anything that you want if you're trying to bid with him. I'm sorry.
Yeah. He will outdo you just for a simple
He's a good
point.
guy. I love him.
He's
a great guy. Yeah.
He'll sit around and sit there and pay all that for it and then give it to you. You know, I mean, he's that type of guy. He's that good of a guy.
He's a really good guy. He is.
Spider Ace is really a good guy. We give him a hard time and give him a lot of grief, but it's all in just good.
It's all in love, man. That's
right. Just jealous. Oh, mercy.
It is so cold here that I have ice forming on the windows inside the house.
Inside?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness! You need to turn the heat up.
Yeah.
Oh, it's cranked to 70 right now, but there's still ice forming on the windows.
Is that the max temp on there? I don't know anything about Wisconsin. You were telling us some things that really were intriguing me earlier today.
All right, I've got a question for you, Mike.
All right, what's up?
The best spot you've ever found. Have you been back to it?
The best spot I've ever found. Are you talking about a full day's total gold or size wise? What do you mean?
Your all round best day on the creek? Do you go back to that spot frequently?
I go back. I haven't been able to go back since.
Okay.
So it's really difficult. I've got a lot of different dirts, right?
Yeah. You got several different spots.
And I'm also trying to develop some other areas that I haven't been to. I'm a club member to the clubs here in Arizona and things like that. And some of those clubs have really good spots.
Yeah, right.
And once those spots get out, they get dug up, right?
They get hammered, yeah.
They get hammered. But what I'm trying to develop is I'm still new. I'm still new to prospecting. You know, I've been doing this for a few years now. And I'm always learning. There's always something new to learn, right?
Yeah, every day.
Yeah, I mean, and you think, okay, I need to look for this, an inside bend or where the heavies are dropping, and you go there and there's nothing.
Yeah.
You go up into the hill where there's not been water running for 50 years or longer. You don't see any water lines. It's all oxidized, and you find nice gold. And so it really just depends. And Arizona has the monsoons. So I've been back to map 5. I have a video we can talk about that here. I'll show you this area here real quick.
Yeah, before we get into the new stuff, we'll go back to the old stuff.
Yeah, let's go to map 5 here real quick.
All right, I'll bring you in.
Oh, it's playing already. Hold on one second. So this has been in a video before. Oh, charts. I need to make another drink.
You take your time. I think Charlie's answering chat over there.
So this is out in Black Canyon area in Arizona. And this is a video here I'll play for you guys real quick. That's my buddy Kyle.
Hello, Kyle.
And then Chuck Jennels and his wife were over there.
Now, did you share this on the Patreon side, Mike? Because
Nope.
for some reason, I seem like I've...
This was on I think the 500 or 250 subscriber giveaway video. And I also made a mining video of this whole trip. I've been back there a few times. I spent 3 days out there with my little brother in a camper. I've been there a lot. So I went back there after the monsoons here this year. And beforehand, all the area had been dredged up. All the tailings were down from that corner. And it was all really big boulders exposed, right? So I go there after the monsoons, and there had been that much material deposited over the boulders. I'm talking over a foot in some areas. And there wasn't any running water after the monsoons. It's a flash flood. It comes in, it brings all the material from up, and if it gets high enough, it'll bring the stuff in from the banks. So I'm thinking I want to go out of where everyone is and work back. I want to try to source everything and find that the least tumbled gold, right? The freshest stuff. So try to learn how to prospect backwards almost, because I want to get away from the running water here and try to find where the bigger gold is. And that's kind of a challenge for me.
I'm sure. I mean, all we get.
I've been doing research in the area, Mike, and let me come out and help.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let me buy that plane ticket. I'm on my way tomorrow.
Buy a plane ticket. I'll drive.
Yeah, and so I see mayhems. Yeah, so Black Canyon. There's all kinds of stuff there. There's also Wolf Creek, which is up the way from that. There's all kinds of channels that are feeding into this. So the Mayor area, by Lynx, Prescott, all the Black Hills, all that stuff's coming in. And if you look on a map and pull it up, you can see all the filler veins basically funneling either towards Black Canyon or on the western side of that. But there's a big mountain range that blocks a lot of that flow. So there's just a lot of area out here.
Dude, now see, it's totally opposite.
That wash plant that I have out here, that can be used on an enclosed system where it recycles the water and everything.
Yep.
And we can take that up into the hills with us and do like yard run tests on different spots and be able to see where it's all coming from.
Where it's at. So
exactly.
So I showed you that corner where we're at. It's a 90-degree bend, right? There wasn't a lot of gold where we were setting up that time to dredge. I went up about 50 feet, and I went 50 feet north and about 6 feet in elevation off the bank. Dug a hole and panned it out. I saw 4 or 5 flakes of gold. Bigger gold than I had seen running, a couple 100 pounds of material at least. So, it's up in the bank where grass is going, where there's no rocks, it's mud. But right underneath it is all the same material that the lake's got. And that's just the overburden you got to get.
So it does deposit a lot of overburden, but yet it's full of flood gold as well.
Yes, exactly. Yep.
So you've got twice the amount of material to go through to get that gold what you had before the flood.
Yeah, and where is it? Right? Is it up on the outside of that inside, the turn? Because it's more aggressive and there's a lot more sluice-like material or shales. material to catch everything, whereas on the inside it's sandy and there's boulders. So where is that gold traveling, the bigger gold, when it's flooding through?
Right.
That's like with me. I get out when the water's high here, just to see where the more turbulent flow and current actually is when the water's high, because that'll give you a better perspective of where the gold is falling out in high water levels.
And that's the hard thing too is, wait, hold on. Can you type out where my bucket is? LOL. Carolina, you got to order it. Carolina, go. Oh, it's I think she wants me to put it in stock on the website.
She will buy it. Build it and she will buy it.
Give me a few days.
Don't get me wrong,
I
had
sold
the
2
money,
over
I
the
would
New Year's.
totally
I don't have all the gold I want for another bucket. I won't put out a bad bucket. I've sold 2 over the New Year's weekend, so I don't have some of my bigger nuggets right now. So they'll be on their way, Carolina. Make me all blush now, like
calling my boy out.
Dang it.
She loves her gold now. We got to give her credit where credit is
Apparently,
due.
I just seen in chat that we were missing questions, so I'm looking back to see what we missed.
Yeah, okay, let's catch up on chat. We've been talking a lot. Sorry, guys.
Yeah, sorry, guys. We have to do the first things first.
So yeah, if there was any questions asked in chat that weren't answered or asked yet, please type them back in
with a Q in front of your question. That way, Charlie can pick it up, please.
Because it's hard to keep up with chat, and then while we're talking and everything, it just kind of goes by. You get focused on what you're doing.
Yeah.
And
we're not ignoring you guys. We're just giving our guests center of attention right now, so you understand where we're coming from. But
we have a list of 20 questions that we're trying to work through right now as well.
Yeah, and we're not even halfway done with the show, guys, because, well, whenever Mike's got to run, he's got to run because he's got kids. So
you got me all night. Well, I mean, I'm not going to stay up till 2, but
no. We're not going to run until 2. We run about 2-3 hours, and then we shut her down anyway. Yeah. So, but Mike, center attention tonight, guys, because it's Mike Vendetta. Come on.
All right, we got Mayhem. He's got Mike. Have you been to the Bumblebee, around the Bumblebee, the old mine over there? There's some amazing ancient streams west, 2 miles of the hills. Yeah, so Mayhem, I got your email. I'm not sure if that's the same place you were talking about, but the first place you were talking about looks really interesting. And I have been to the Bumblebee area a couple times, but I'm not quite sure if it's the same place that you're talking about, because Bumblebee's got a lot of different areas. And usually I only get about 16 hours to go out. There's been some times when I can go out for a few days, but it's, I got, the family, and I get crap when I'm gone, and people I don't get my Paydirt shipped out. I can't have anyone make them. So yes, sometimes it's hard because I got to get back. All right, later, Banshee Mining.
Later, Julie.
Banshee Mining, by the way, I'm going to try to get out to Fresno this year. I think it's, March? Yeah, March. She's going to be doing the Fresno GPAA Gold Show, and she's got a booth out there. So she's going to be featuring a bunch of vendors, and I want to come out there and show some support.
That's why I'm trying to restockpile my supplies.
I don't have any old bags to send, Julie, but, we're going to send some love and some stickers out there, and she can just display them if she would like, or,
Bayou Go Guy's in the house.
Yeah, Bayou Gold Guy, if you had scheduled it like a couple hours earlier, I would have been able to come over there and talk to people in chat too, but you scheduled it like just as we were going live.
So, yeah.
I'll have to check it out later.
Yeah. Oh, my phone.
Okay, so you were asking about some new stuff. Let's get back to your question. I'm sorry, we totally diverged into the old stuff.
That's all right, because we had to knock out the old stuff first, and we had to take care of Chad over here. Have you seen any more questions, Charlie?
I have not seen any more, except for Mark Miller telling us to make up our own 20 questions.
Right. Yeah, I did see Mark's there. So Mike, we all know, because if you follow Mike, you know Mike has acquired some new property and maybe a new claim. We'll say it.
Sure.
And I've seen it personally. If you've missed it, go back and check Vendetta.
Yeah, there's a couple new videos out about that. The most recent ones, besides the guest of Paydirt, have been about the claim, and there's also that 1,000 subscriber giveaway. But that's the Superstition Mountain, so I can't claim that. That's protected property.
Yeah, enter that as your own risk.
I could not afford it anyway, so
no doubt.
Can I say something quick? Bayou Gold Guy, our live streams are usually Monday nights on Brewers, 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, and then 9:30 Thursday nights on my channel, Central Standard Time.
Yeah, that's every week, unless, like, I've only missed one, and I was down sick, and Charlie,
I ended up taking over on that one.
Yeah, and that's what we do. So we're stream partners. So that's where partners help out right there. If you're down sick, you don't have to worry about missing a show. Your buddy's got your back, man. Your buddy's got
exactly.
Your back. But yeah, on your new claim, Mike, I have noticed you hit a heck of a sweet spot as far as the hard rock side. The hard rock side.
Yeah. So recently I posted in the community on my YouTube channel. I think I found a couple pieces really, really small. They're smaller than, the pin of a head, but the head of a pin, right? But there were 3 or 4 little tiny micro pieces of gold. And I looked at it and I panned it, and there was actually quite a lot of heavy black sands in there as well. I should have seen if they were magnetic or not. They looked like they were, but I'm not sure. And this was just so backstory here. All that material I was chipping out in that video, I collected in a bucket, and I classified it from 1/2 inch, separated all the bigger pieces out that I have to crush, and then I separated it further with a 20 mesh. I took a cup about half this size the day after doing a video, panned it out. I had the water out there, and I just wanted to see. I was curious. And I saw those 3 little specks, tiny specks in the top of that pan. Someone had made a comment that it might have been contaminated. It might have been. I really don't know, right? I cleaned everything like I normally would. It was fresh water, but it's looking promising. There were quartz inclusions in that. There was a lot of oxidized copper, and I know I'll probably butcher this, but I'm hoping it's some sort of porphyry deposit. And that's where you have volcanic activity and hot solutions coming up through the earth. This is a long time ago, and those inclusions in the quartz get filled with either pyrites, copper, or hopefully some gold.
We have a question here from Amethyst.
Okay.
Do you find your gold for your dirt bags, or do you buy them from a dealer?
I actually buy them from miners. So I cannot, if I was finding as much gold as the website goes through, I would not have a job. I would be doing this full time. I would not have a job. I'm telling you right now. I have a couple miners up in Alaska that I get most of my gold from, and then I will source a couple that are from prospectors in Australia, and that's where the bigger gold that we get comes from. So the bigger, chunkier gold that has a lot of character to it, that's coming from Australia.
So what you're saying is I got to get you and West Oz hooked up.
I told him, I'm like, dude, you need to email me. I'll buy all your gold. I really like Australian gold. It's got a red tinge to it, and I'd like to see it over here. I really do like supporting our local miners here. I really do. And they work their asses off, and I'm happy to support them, and they support what we can do. And that's how we can offer our prices at the same price or lower than the bigger sellers like Gold Bay and GoldNuggetSales.com. I mean, our prices are the same or lower than theirs.
Now, I've noticed you've gone sort of supporting your biggest competition here lately, to say it that way. I mean, I don't know how else to say it.
I should have brought it. You know, Mike is a great guy. And I'll give you a little bit of backstory, some stuff no one knows about. I mean, and I'm happy to share this with you guys. Before I started Vendetta Prospecting, I actually reached out to Mike. And I was like, hey, I'm down here in Arizona. I'm a prospector. And do you want any help? Do you want some Arizona dirts? You know, I'd like to, you know, I have a full-time job, a career. This is a hobby. It's a lot of fun. And now it's actually become a business for me. So it's really evolved from what I thought it was going to be, which is awesome. It's been so fun. Right.
Right.
And so what, you know, he had said, I really, really appreciate that. But, you know, the margins just aren't there. And they really are not. There's a lot of work that goes into this. There's a lot of sourcing, communication, money, right? There's a lot that's going into it. You know, a sticker, this costs money. You know? A bag, you know, postage. I've spent $600 in postage in the last a month and a half. It's ridiculous. They're the ones making the money, right?
Yeah, the postage thing is something that, you know, I didn't factor in the beginning, which, you know, it's all good, but, you know, it's just something that you don't really expect at first if you've never done it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I started out on eBay, and they take a 12% cut right off the top. And so you have to consider, I was using that as my sales platform, and otherwise it was word of mouth. You know, Charlie was there at the beginning. Oh, you've been around since the beginning. And I would have to, you'd have to email me. I'd send you an invoice, and it was this whole thing. And there was this one time Miller Prospecting, I think he did my first review, and he's like, you know, I really just hate the fact that I have to bug him to get my Paydirt or go through eBay, you know, because the ROIs get heavily affected with that, right?
Right.
Like bad. And I don't want people to have a bad experience. Now, considering other eBay sellers, I don't think you get a bad experience with guaranteed gold there. I mean, there's people that get 0% ROIs. So,
yeah, we've seen a lot of the bad sellers, and that's why, if anybody asks me, that's why you're my number one guy that I'll throw out there first. You know,
with me, it's like either there's Vendetta like Black Mass Paydirts, there's Tom's Gold Dirt that I usually throw out, there's Gold Bay that I throw out.
Yep.
Those are the ones I typically go to, or even I pan for gold. Their stuff is really good.
But my understanding is Black Mass Paydirt is shut down at the moment.
I believe so. So if there's any bags that are still available, I would scoop them
Snatch them up. Yeah, those are collector's things. I hope he gets back, though. He'll get back on his feet.
Yeah, I mean, I understand everybody's got their things, and Jonathan was a good seller. I've got a bag of his Paydirt.
Sorry about that.
Oh, you're good.
Carolina, it's 2,100.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to keep those.
Yeah, which I'm sitting on mine. I can't open it now that I've known, you know, what's happened, you know, hit the safe, to say the least.
Yeah, it's actually, you know, at first it was really surprising that it was starting to pick up when I started Vendetta. And then it got to the point where, like I said, the Miller, he was like, I just don't like the fact that I got to buy it through bothering you. And the website's really changed it for me. I've actually stopped selling through eBay. I actually looked there the other day, and I was actually kind of disappointed. I'm like, maybe people need some more Vendetta dirt on eBay. Like, maybe they're missing out. Because there's really, I mean, B Greeny's probably B Greeny, Indiana Creek Prospecting. Where's he at? I got his sticker here somewhere. He's a great vendor, and he sells his stuff off on eBay. I have it here somewhere.
Yeah, I don't have Brian's either. There we go.
He sells it up on eBay, but you know, it's just not. It's not in your best interest to buy gold pay dirt from eBay. It's just not safe. As long as you have a guarantee, go ahead. Be Greeny, 100% every day of the week. I buy his dirt.
Yeah, and I've seen a lot of
pay dirt vendor telling you that, you know, and I shouldn't be speaking good things about these guys, but they're great, you know.
Yeah,
and B Greeny's an awesome guy. I don't need to even talk more about him. He's awesome.
I'm surprised he's not in the chat. You know, I mean, usually he's over here visiting with us. You know,
maybe he's trolling somewhere.
He might be back here just trolling. You never know.
Carolina Go Girl. There's at least a troy ounce, which is 31.1 grams, but there's usually closer to 32 grams. And I am out of stock on the Nugget Bucket, and it'll be back in stock as soon as I get enough bigger gold to put in it.
Charlie, take over a minute, would you, brother?
I don't want to sell a Nugget Bucket without some really nice big gold in there. But yeah, so back to what Brewer. We can wait for Brewers. But he was talking about me supporting other vendors and other sellers like that. But that's like me supporting, you know, you over at AU Guys Prospecting.
All right.
You had some killer dirt. It's $60 minimum a gram. And it was well over that. You know, I think I probably got like 115, 116%. I can't remember exactly what it was, but I did a video.
With the gram bags, you usually get 1.11.
Yeah, and I got 3 of them. So, you know, 1.11, you're looking at 60, if it's $60, $66, $67, you know, ROI. You can't really go wrong with that.
And the whole reason why I went with doing it that way is because I want to spread the gold fever. I have a fun time going through those bags, and I figure if I make a decent, challenging bag out of concentrates that I get from here,
why not?
At least you get that panning experience. Of course, yeah, you do find some chunky gold in the bigger bags, but if you get a smaller bag, you're going to get smaller gold.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get more gold in your bag, but it's going to be some work to get it out.
Yep. So Jeff was talking about, now that you're back, he was talking about supporting other vendors, and I've got a big thing coming up here for special select people to be viewing here. And that'll be this Wednesday at 5 o'clock.
Oh, you got to check out Mike Vendetta, guys.
That's on the Patreon only. That's something special.
Yeah.
Now, is that for certain tiers and up, or is that for
all Patreons?
Okay.
$5 to 100 or $500, $5 to the $2,500 tier.
Yeah, that blew my mind away. I seen that and I was like,
oh, well, it's an ounce of gold every month.
Scroll back down before I hit something and I accidentally hit that. Go back down.
That's an ounce of gold, a Nugget Bucket every month. You get, I think it was like 5 or 10 ounces of silver and a bunch of other crap. So I was like, you know what? That'll help me. I'm working on my claims. But you know, if someone has the ability to do it, you can do it once, and I mean that's over 100% ROI right there. So, do
you have us some footage of the new claim, Mike? So we can show our guys.
Yeah, just in case anyone hadn't seen those videos, let's pull up a video here of looking at the claim.
Okay.
And I can tell you what's going on here. It's about a minute, a little over a minute long. Share that with you guys. All right, so this is going to be on the western side of the claim, where we were taking our samples from basically 1 through 4, 1 through 5. And so I'm basically trying to sample the upper part of the claim that's feeding down into a channel. And you can see some red rocks there on the left. Not all of this was included in the video that I made. So right below where we're looking at, I grabbed my first 2 samples. I didn't really show much. It didn't even have a lot of black sands in it, which was surprising.
You found more black sands down by that other tree down there, didn't you?
I did a lot more, and it could have been coming from that feeder right there.
Yeah, that's the one I would check out right there.
Yeah,
Dude, you got some 100-year-old cactuses just sitting in there.
Easily.
Just awesome. I mean, those things are beautiful.
yeah, yeah. They're monsters. The
Yeah.
Look at the gravels that are in along that side there. That looks like way more promising there, Mike.
So what you're talking about is basically lower center of the screen right there, all those boulder outcroppings.
Yeah.
I'm even staying up in the bank itself.
Oh yeah, there are smaller cobbles up there. There's a lot of oxidized quartz, things like that. I mean, there's just a lot of really good indicators.
And that goes on for a ways.
It does. So, you know, that's the basically the upper part of the claim, upper west side of the claim.
That makes me want to go out there and have Mike pull me up a excavator up there and just give me a day's work of just digging. Let me put a ripper on that instead of a bucket. Let me just. I
want Mike to teach me how to run that dry washer.
Absolutely,
I love it.
Mike blew my mind when he sit there and did 9-finger mining's kinky bag dry. That blew my friggin' mind. I was like, how is
and recovered all the gold too.
I almost wore that shirt tonight, but
dude, man, you blew my mind. I was like, holy shit, we finally got somebody that's gonna do it. Because I did.
No, that right there is a panning challenge. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it again.
Take any paydirt that you want and try and pan it dry. It doesn't matter what paydirt it is. Just try it once. I guarantee it's one of the hardest things you'll ever do.
And to watch Mike Vendetta sit there and do it and under the time limit, I was blowing my mind. I was sitting there. I was learning was what I was doing. I was sitting there watching and learning, but
you know, I actually really regret not recording that in full speed because I recorded it on time lapse on my phone. And I tried to slow it down because some people had said they wanted to see the full version, and it was like pixelated, like so you'd see my hand move, my head move, but you're not seeing what's going on because there's constant vibration, blowing, and I have to angulate the pan just right because some of the sand comes off really easy, some of the sand stays down in there with the gold, so you really have to work it. And I did it over and over and over again. You have to transition it from pan to pan to pan.
Right. Yeah,
it was fun. It was
what I was seeing and what I was trying wasn't the same things. I can tell you that right now.
Oh, you tried it?
Yeah, of course I was.
All right. How about this?
Of course, like we're not going to try it, Mike.
No, I'm not trying it inside in front of my computer. No. I done tried that.
Yeah. No wonder why you dropped that big ass nugget that night. You were trying to blow it off.
Oh, I mean, watching Jeff Williams blow it out of the scoop, sitting there blowing on the nugget's one thing, but this fine gold and try to blow on it and not move it. Yeah. How did you do that? I don't get it.
Takes skill.
It's sad because I actually thought about it for like 5 days. I had a secret shopper buy it for me, and I knew it was on the way for, I don't know, probably 3 weeks, right? And I finally got it, and I'm like, all right, thanks, ma'am. I'm like, how am I going to actually do this? Because I really didn't want to get it wet. I knew that was a problem. That super fine gold does not like to stay in the bottom of the pan when it's wet. It flows worse than the sand.
Well, it's got like a silicon sand, and I mean, that
got
gold
a really good
moves
question
with
in
it.
chat here.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Charlie. Rich.
Gonna bring it up at the bottom there. Rich Penderson.
Ooh, that is a really good question. That is a really good question. My uncle, and it wasn't even gold. It wasn't even gold. My uncle is an ex-military Army guy. And he's not much older than I am. He's probably maybe 12 years older than I am, or younger, maybe. And he's a metal detector for relics. And he likes going and finding coins and old artifacts and military badges, things like that. Hendrix down.
Turn it down just a little bit, bud.
Oh. It's been the same all night long. I mean, it's in the back.
All of a sudden, it just started picking it up really loud, man. And it's like overpowering Vendetta. That's why I told you to turn it down.
Yeah, that's why I didn't know what was going on. It's off. Go ahead.
So I link up with him, and he lives out in California, and he's not active military anymore or anything like that, but he has access to bases and stuff like that. So he would go out to old military bases, that are basically desolate or abandoned, and be metal detecting for days. And he would come back with bags of stuff, just bags. And his safe is full of gold and silver and really old shit, right? Historical military awards, just things you'd never expect to find. And that really piqued my interest. And treasure hunting, right? The gold really just happens because I'm here in Arizona and there's none of it.
There's no gold in Arizona, guys. No.
But no, I mean, there's always that allure. Like Brewers was talking about, the first time you see pan in your gold in your pan, you're like, whoa, you just, that fire gets lit. The thing that really pushed me into Paydirts was having bad experiences, and I didn't think it was right. And I had a vendetta with what I was experiencing. So that's where I kind of came up with the name, and it's been great ever since. And people have always liked it. I mean, I think
I like it. I like it. I love it. I support you all the way, my brother. I mean, any day of the week.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I mean, you guys have always been there. Everyone in chat too. I mean, everyone's been super supportive. People that have been around since the beginning and new supporters, they're always typing in chat, commenting, and I really do appreciate that.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, right before you got your website up, you sent me over. I was interested in getting a bag and a pan off of you, and you sent me over an invoice. Well, I was like, what do I do with this? I was sort of unfamiliar because I was new to the prospecting community and everything, and buying Paydirt. So
right.
I was probably one of your first ones after you got your website. Yeah, off the website, because as soon as it opened, I was like, oh crap. Boom.
Easy, boom, yeah.
Easy, boom, yeah.
And even when I had the website for a while, there was still hey, you need to email me your order and I'd have to send it to you. And I that stuff is actually a lot more expensive than I ever thought it would be, the merchant services and all that stuff.
And I guarantee you, if you leave a message at his website, he will be back to you in less than a day. Less than a day.
I tried to do
I still remember when you set up that messaging system.
Yep. The contact me box.
Yeah, the messaging system, because that made it easier for you to get the orders through that instead of having to do it through email.
Yeah.
Then I was like, here's my number. I'll just text you when I need a bag.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm glad to have him at my fingertips now. That's the truth there, because you never know what comes about or what you'll run across that he might want.
Yep.
We all,
and we do any kind of custom order too. So if it's like, hey man, I want something that's going to take me a year to pan out, I can try to do that. And Rich Peterson, thanks. I mean, you've referred several people over to Vendetta Prospecting, and I really do appreciate that. I mean, the most, not like recognition, but the most like gratifying thing is when someone's like, hey, check this guy out. He's an awesome.
Oh, dude, we got Shane. See it my way in the house, dude.
What?
Yeah.
How you doing?
What's up?
Okay, guys, if you don't know about Shane, I've got to throw this out there real quick. This is a blind metal detectorist, and he goes out and metal detects blind by himself in parks and stuff. I mean, go check him out.
He does live streams while he's metal.
I'm gonna have to subscribe.
You gotta go check out See It My Way, man. He'll blow your mind. Blow your mind, guys.
And he can tell you exactly what it is just by the moment he's got it in his fingertips.
Oh,
yeah, in his hand, he'd tell you, okay, guys, we got a Lincoln Memorial here.
What?
Yeah, with dirt on it. I'm like, Yeah, you wouldn't believe it, but he is, guys.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he goes
That's
out
amazing.
metal detecting creeks by himself too, guys. In the
Wow.
creek,
Where do you live, or where are you from? I see it my way.
Yeah, throw it up there, see it, Shane. I can't remember exactly where he's at off the top of my head.
Amethyst just dropped his link
He
in
just
chat.
dropped his link. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're not familiar with Shane, go grab him up, guys.
That's awesome.
He sits there and does the hatchet throw contest. His friends take him to the hatchet throwing place, and he's sitting there throwing hatchets blind. I mean, they line him up a little bit, and then
That's
he's sitting there
insane.
hitting bullseyes. He's hitting bullseyes, dude. I'm like, I don't even throw that good, and I can see the damn target.
Wow. Pennsylvania. Okay. Yeah.
I was like, my goodness, I can see it now. He throws better than I do.
Yeah. That's insane.
But yeah, I just had to shout Shane out there. He's a great guy too. He's got a great personality. Guys, check him out. But Mike, I wanted to touch base with you on a little bit on your products you use because I just recently bought a Paydirt prospecting sluice.
Yeah.
And I've been dragging my feet on what I wanted to put in it, but we have come up with a decision. Oh, we went gold hog match.
Oh, with the hog. Which one did you get?
I got 6 different mats.
Ooh,
6 different mats.
You got you got the set.
Well,
I didn't only get enough. I didn't only get enough for me. I got enough for my streaming partner. Hey, you guys!
But the whole reason why we decided to go with those sections is because with the material that we're running, we don't know which mats are going to work the best.
Did you get a stripper mat? I take it.
Stripper, we got scrub mat, we got razorback, and for Charlie's sake, we even got the small wave mat.
Ooh, do you have bigger material than Charlie?
For the beach.
Well, no, it's for the beach sands for going up by Michigan there.
Have you ever done that? Gone up there and set like a sluice up and just sucked up dirt all day?
Not yet.
Not yet. That's something I've seen. Do.
I've seen what Flower Gold Wizards has done up there, and I figured I would give it a try. So
looks like fun. I've got to sit back.
I've got a whole recirculating system and everything like that I can run. So I'll be able to do it right on the beach.
All right, guys. Mayhem's taken out of here. We'll see you later, Mayhem, brother. Have a good
later, Mayhem.
Thanks
for joining us.
I have a stream that goes through my property in Springfield. Will there be any gold in it? Here, let me throw that one up there. We'll try to answer that.
We'll have to check out the area. The only way you'll ever know is by getting a pan out there,
I'm going to go make a drink.
You're going to have a little trouble with that, Charlie.
I know. But that's why we could either set something up and try and do a trip.
I'll be right back. Okay, I gotta get refill.
Yes, go ahead.
Be right back. Intermission.
Intermission. But yeah, the next thing we're going to ask Mike about is what he uses to capture all this gold while he's out there, guys. Because I've seen him running a few specialized things that a lot of us don't have, and I'd like to know more about them. Especially this new little cleanup sluice that he's been using, which is not only a cleanup sluice, it can be used in the river as well. So I'm interested in finding out a little bit more about it and what he thinks about it, because he's rented a few times. So it'd be interesting to see. Pull that comment down.
All right. Back.
All right. Now, Mike, like I was telling the guys here in chat and on here, we kind of want to know a little bit more about a few of your cleanup sluices and your river sluice, your gold hog setup with your high banker, because I know I've seen it a little bit.
I have a dream mat for that high banker.
And I know Charlie wants to hear more about the dry
The dry
Dry
wash.
wash.
or dry
Yep.
washer. Yes.
Yep. Okay.
So at whatever you want to go first with, if you could touch base on those and give us a little bit of your thoughts of what you think about them, how you operate them, and of course, we all know it's for his material, guys. It would differ wherever you're at, but
Yeah, and so back to the beginning of what we were talking about earlier today is prospecting on a budget or building things on a budget. I don't really like going out and spending $600 on a Keen sluice with a punch plate and riffles and all this stuff. I would rather spend $80 on one and have carpet in it if that's going to do the same job. But with that said, I've tried a lot of different equipment. Now, you guys have seen me use my backyard sluice, the recirculatory setup I've got before, right? I'm sure you guys have seen that.
yes.
And I use a $30 Amazon mat that you could cut to your sluice's size for that thing. And that thing's
I use the same mat.
so much gold.
Charlie does the same thing.
Yeah, and I've gotten, like in that video I made, I've tried to do the best math, but it was over 150 grams on that mat last year. And it loses very little gold. I mean, over 99% it catches. And if it's not catching it, it's probably because you had your water, you moved it, or you had a little burst of water push.
Or the angle's just not quite right.
Exactly. And the different material affects it differently. Those mats, I would compare them very closely to the Gold Hog, because it has several different sections, V mat, like an owl matting almost, a bunch of different stuff. But what it doesn't do is do the fine cleanup, right, for the black sands and things like that.
Right.
And I've used the Blue Bowl and things like that. But for what I've experienced, even out in the field, I ran that recirculatory sluice setup, the one with the $30 Amazon mat, and it is A&B Prospecting's frame. Or no, it's a Gold King frame. I think the whole setup maybe was like $120, and I can run that out in a running creek and shovel material on it and still catch gold and not really have to worry about it. The Dream Mat, in the high banker experience that I had an issue with the mat, and that was water getting up underneath it. I don't want to silicone a mat into my sluice. I don't.
No.
And
See,
I feel like
that's where I had the solution, because like the way that I did mine is I have flex wrap that I use for wrapping windows. It's flexible and it's like you can bend it, but also it's super sticky and holds together really well. And that flex mat, when you put it into the box, it's tight.
Oh, it doesn't have like a foam or anything like that?
No. And you just got to make sure that it's pushed all the way up to your head that clamps your mat down.
Okay.
And that keeps everything.
You can take it off if you need to and all that too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I've never tried. I have it. I haven't tried the Dream Mat Micro cells. I haven't tried that one yet. But I've seen it work pretty well.
I've used that even here in Wisconsin, out at like Nugget Lake, where we get really fine gold, and it does a really good job.
Yeah. Yeah, and so the Dream Mats are great, and I've seen someone down there in VDR. I was on VDR's website yesterday, and I almost bought a sluice. That is actually one that I've always wanted to get from the beginning of my equipment gathering. I really like that design. It makes a lot of sense to me. And it's from what I can tell, it has a really good capture rate. Yeah, the micro mat. Yeah.
And if you want to see it in the...
Yeah, I like that. That's awesome.
This was actually from Dream Mat.
Okay, he made it
they
for you
don't.
or what?
Yeah, they don't sell them anymore. It was a project that his son was doing and making.
Oh, cool.
And put the header on it and everything.
You know what's actually really surprising is that Krieger sluice. I was really surprised.
Dude, that's what I really want to know more about, because I'm interested in it for myself, because I like to play around on mini cleanup sluice,
Yeah, and you could put that thing in your backpack and carry it around. It's small enough to do that, or strap it to it at least. But the problem is, if you're going to catch a lot of gold, that would be capped out at a certain point with those riffles. or heavies. You know, like that thing that's gonna be coming up Wednesday. I can't use it for that cleanup because there's gonna be several ounces of gold.
Yeah. Now these mats, these sails fill up with heavies, black sands real quick. I mean,
real quick. So that should be for post processing after you've gotten your first 3 mat cleanup. The heavier.
Even if you've already panned it once, or blue bowled it, this would be a good,
final cleanup.
Yeah, final.
Yeah, but see, what I found is if you have your pitch just a little bit steeper and your water flow just a little bit higher with those micro mats, your gold stays in the mat, but those black sands wash off.
Do they wash out?
I'm worried about washing that fine mat.
You just have to go from your 10, 11 to your 12, 13 pitch.
And it'll wash the blacks out. Okay.
It'll wash the blacks out a lot better, and the gold stays in your vortexes.
I mean, it does decrease your material in a third. I mean, you're only dealing with a tablespoon of material to sit there and back pans.
Yeah.
And
I'll have to make a video about it too. Is the biggest, and it's kind of a pain in the ass, to be honest. If you're doing a lot of material, the best way and easiest way to clean up your gold is just to classify everything out. Because the fine stuff's going to be 30 40 mesh or less. Everything else you can easily pan back. You don't have the really big magnetite or hematite, or maybe you have shot or something like that in your dirt from out in the creek or something like that, but you just roll that down with your finger. Exactly.
This is what I use.
When you got that,
oh no. Mike has been disconnected.
There he is.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can
hear you. We got you.
No picture, but we got voice.
Hold on.
You're back.
Oh, what the heck? Hold on. You guys hear me, but you can't see me, huh?
Right.
Yeah.
We just got your logo at the moment.
I think you just got to turn your cam back on. Oh.
Oh, we're getting better. We're getting there. His device is not liking him right now. All right, guys. This is technical difficulties with the technology at the moment. Please do stand by while we fix these technical difficulties and glitches.
It happens.
It does. We'll act like it never happened as soon as we get him back. Duke still in the house. Hey, I say we go for intermissions. Oh, get him back. Hold on. I got him.
Sorry about that.
There we go. We was about to take a 420 break.
Stuff happens. Not without me.
Not without me, Sid.
All right. But speaking of 420, there is a $4.20 promo code you can use tonight on the Vendetta Prospecting website. Brewers in the code word, you get $4.20 off of any order.
And it's pinned at the top of the chat.
I was just going to say it's pinned at the top of chat. You click that link and it'll take you right to Vendetta's website. And then when you go through your purchase order, there will be a code option. Type in Brewers and it'll save you $4.20 off your purchase.
Awesome.
But back to what Brewers were saying, again, try to do more with less. A VDR sluice, I'm not banging, I would love to have one, but I don't have a couple $100 to drop on it right now,
See, I picked one up.
I like them a lot. And they have some machined aluminum ones too that they've made for high bankers. I don't know if you guys have seen those.
Yeah, $300, but they're a little on the heavy side.
Yeah, it's a heavier piece of equipment to take out into the field. And like with my VDR cleanup sluice, I just leave that here at home.
Now, if you've got a private claim where you can drive right up to the creek and hop out of the truck, get you that.
Why not?
Billet.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what the advantages are either. I mean, is it really worth it?
Secret Creek has one. He has the billet aluminum.
I'll have to
So
see. Maybe
I haven't.
if he's in chat, let us know what the difference is.
Yeah, he was earlier. I don't know if he's still in here.
Well, he's got one that's actually a sluice box for the creek.
But
That's
it's aluminum. Oh,
yeah,
wow.
the billet aluminum BDR mat.
Wow.
Yeah, it blew my mind.
At least it won't rust.
No, Lord. No.
But it is a heavy piece of equipment, though.
I bet. Yeah.
Yeah, half
You're
inch
talking about
billet.
at least 3
3
to 4
feet long.
pounds.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he cut 6 inches off his. He said something like he might have gave that to somebody. I don't.
Oh, really?
You know, yeah, but he's
That's
got the rest of the mat. He must have run a little something different in that first 6 inches to the BDR, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Or
You know, and
at the end.
you could do miner's moss up top in any sluice too, to just kind of help catch all the heavies, all the bigger gold, if you're really worried about that getting blown through.
Yeah.
That was actually in one of the first videos that I did on YouTube. As one of the boxes that I made out of Valley tin that was left over on the job site. I had like 6 feet of miner's moss, and then I had expanded like a 1/4 inch expanded over the top of it with silicone riffles that I had on top of that. That was the first homemade sluice box that I made.
Flower Girl Wizard's been making some homemade mats and stuff like that. That was pretty cool.
Now that Krager you used, tell me more about that slick bottom Krager. I got to know more about that thing.
Yeah, so I mean, the first time we tried doing a demo on that, there was a live video of that, and there was quite a bit of gold that got through there.
Yeah, but you were running it hot at first. I mean, we
yeah, I mean, I hadn't known how to run it. It was the first time setting up, and I wanted to see what you guys thought, what I needed to change to get it to run effectively. So what I did at first, I had a regular pitch, a little bit less than a sluice, and the riffles on that are actually backwards, right?
Right. Yes.
So I ran it pretty quick because on some of the videos he said, "Oh, run it as fast as you can run with the water." To me, I can. That's a big bilge pump I can run. So, I had a pretty good water flow in there, and it was just. I mean, the first riffle was just blasting out. There was no material in there. The second one was starting, so I was like, I maybe need to dial that down a little bit. So I dialed it down, and I got a lot smoother flow. And after that, I think everything was fine. I'm assuming the majority of the gold that got blasted out was at the beginning. So that when I actually made the live show of it, I recovered everything but 3 little tiny pieces of gold, and I just had a nice smooth flow at the front and the end, and it did a really good job cleaning everything up. For the most part, it caught all the gold. Of course, it missed 3 little tiny pieces, but you risk that with any cleanup.
Yeah.
Any sluice.
But yeah, I was really amazed with that slick bottom. When you were shadowing it and we were sitting there discussing it, I had all kinds of questions. I was throwing them out there. You was answering them. We talked about the flow rate at first, and
I almost scuffed it up. And you said once you go back, you can't ever do that or undo it. And I thought about that for like 2 days. I'm like, I really shouldn't. I need to play with this more and find out how to get it dialed in without changing it.
Yeah, because once you scuff it, I mean, it was done. It would end up, it's like a blue bowl. You don't scuff a blue bowl. No. You just threw your money away if you did.
Especially in the outer ring on the top. I mean, you don't want that to get marred up in any way.
No, because there's no way to bring it back to that slick finish that I know.
But I still say that trick that Jeff's got with the rubber band and the blue bowl, that's a smart idea.
What's that?
It's
take a rubber band and put it at the cone, top of the cone.
It never can go above it.
That's it. It's an added lip for the fine gold, the real fine
That's
stuff.
Genius.
That everybody thinks it blows out. If you control your blue bowl, it works exceptionally, and it takes so much material away that you don't have to deal with it. Well, the blue bowl, I mean, leaves you.
But
just
you need to classify it. You really do need to classify it in the blue bowl, I think.
Yeah, you don't put nothing in the blue bowl over 30 mesh.
Yeah.
Anything under 30 mesh, yes. And if you can classify to the closest size of gold that you got in the end, the better off you are in a blue bowl. I do admit that.
Yep.
But the only thing that I have found that I don't like that I have used in the blue bowl was trying to silicone mat turbo mat in the bottom.
Yeah, I don't.
No,
I'm
no,
good
no,
on that.
no. I tried it. I regret it, but I'm back to where I was from day one, so I'm happy. You know, I've just got that in a stockpile. It's just hanging out as a dust collector now.
me and Jeff had some fun with that blue bowl at Flash or at JP's birthday bash.
Oh,
Yeah.
did you?
Yeah. We even tossed the turbo mat back and forth amongst each other like a frisbee for a little while.
You're like, this is crap.
No, don't use yours for that. I'm just saying that's what we did that night. I mean, we were in rare form.
It was a good time.
It was, JP's birthday bash was.
You
like,
guys want to
wow.
see something that was a little bit different that we did sometime last year? Speaking of sluices, I'll share this with you guys too. We did LXR.
Oh, I got you.
An LXR Lego sluice, and we did a Guess the Paydirt episode on that one.
Yeah, we got some LXR stickers in the house here.
Yep.
Mine are all either currently on the van or on the sluice box. So
yeah,
we got some Fire Dragon.
He's got all kinds of goodies. You got the zombie one too?
I got the Midnight, but I do not have the zombie. I've got the Dark Dragon.
Damn.
I've got the Fire Dragon.
Those are good stickers, man.
And I think that's right. Midnight.
Nice.
Yeah, he hooked me up on some of those. I won on the gall over.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got a bag of pay dirt. This is the second one I've got over.
Nice.
That I'm not a Patreon, but Charlie keeps saying you can only get a bag over if you're a Patreon. I'm like, no, I got two of them, and I'm not. I've won them in the gall.
I have 3 or 4 of his bags I need to go through. They're up in storage.
Well,
I just found another one downstairs that was sitting on my stand that I didn't know was there.
See, the very first bag I got from him, I gave it to my best friend's little boy over here because he's already got gold pans. He plays in the creek panning.
Oh, he's ready.
Yeah, he's 12 years old. He's ready. So I gave him that bag that's got all the crystals and the different nice stuff from LXR. He was loving it. He dry picked it. Then we panned it, and he found I added a little bit more bigger gold myself. But yeah, I made it sure he got a good bag. And to see that kid's eyes light up, I mean, I had it live because I was showing it live over at M&M Prospect. Him sitting there panning it for his very first time, So
that's awesome.
He's on video panning it out. So
over at M&M show or channel?
Over at M&M Prospecting.
I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, we were over at night, and I joined in and was showing Caden sitting there panning it out. Just to see that boy smile and happy, that was worth it all.
Yeah, when you see the fever kick in.
Yeah, right. I love that look. I love it. I've got to see it twice so far. I love it.
I took my brother out one time with me, and that's all it took. That's all it took. All right. Before we went out, I was panning through some of Gold Bay dirt with my brother, which you can go back in the videos, and that's one of the first big nuggets that I gave away on my channel. But I had him over for one panning session. He's like, dude, we need to go out in the creek. Well, I took him out one time. And he's got 3 other guys lined up, and he's like, we're going digging.
So these are what Charlie's talking about for all you guys out there. These are AU Guy family. They're part of Charlie's channel now. I mean, they are supporting members and then part of his channel. So they go out and dig. You're going to see new footage coming this year of all of them out on the creek.
Yep.
Nice.
Just a little spoiler. Of course,
of course, we will still be doing our live streams when I do get out because most of my prospecting adventures fall on the weekend.
Why can't you go right now? Come on. What are you waiting for?
Because during the week I work.
What about right now? Come on. There's
4
no
right
snow
now.
out. There's no snow outside.
Right now, it is
Show 'em,
currently
Charlie.
-6 degrees with -45-degree wind chill.
Oh,
Give us a pan out the window, Charlie. Pan it around there, brother. We got to see out the
All right,
window.
all right. One sec.
All right. We're going to the window.
we're gonna go to the North Pole right about now.
Y'all want some snow? Charlie's got all you want.
All right. There's the window. As you can see,
There's
it's
ice
freezing
on
up
the
inside. So I don't know if you're going to be able to see outside, but
Yeah, we can see the snow lit up by the street light.
Wow.
Look it on the table. It's still 2 or 3 inches on top of the table. Winter wonderland right there, guys.
No doubt, man.
it is probably cold enough outside right now that if I took just a glass of water, room temperature, and went out there and tossed it into the air, it would probably turn to like vapor.
Oh, no, thank you.
No humidity.
I still don't know why there's not a window in that wall yet.
Dry. Look at the face, man. Becky found out the other day about it. She's seen it.
She just found out?
Yeah.
Yep. And the funny thing about that is I did it while she was sleeping down the hall. With this, Mike.
Dude, that was like 2 weeks ago. Just now noticed. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Yeah, we were rolling that night.
We were in rare form that night.
Otis
It started out like that.
Otis Ferris donated $100 that night to get him to put the holes in the wall.
He would do a running start though. It's not cool.
No, because if you look, there's like
there's board back.
There is lat, like 1.5 inch thick lat in the wall.
Man, you could have made it through.
I got confidence in him. We were going for the head punch.
You could have done it.
Well, I was thinking about it, man. I was thinking about it. And I'm like, I gotta go to work tomorrow.
Daggone Angel, knock off that. Knock it off. I'm the devil over here. Don't do it, Charlie. Don't do it. Do it. Do it. Do it.
That's about how it was.
It was pretty bad. That whole night started out right off. No delay.
No delay.
People were coming in the chat like, what did we just come into?
Yeah.
I remember.
But that's what makes it interesting, though.
You never know.
Well, that's JP. You never know what's in store at JP Lawns and More.
Yeah.
Over at Charlie's place, I just like to break things.
All I can do is support him. You know, I'm here for him. Whatever he wants to do, I'm here for him.
Hell, we could always just bust out the sword and start hacking at the wall.
Oh my goodness, we have just went to the other side.
Can you bring up the ducktail again? That was awesome.
Oh, hey, let me pull that up. I got it, Charlie. I'll pull it up for you. Here,
that was awesome.
Here you go. Here we go.
The double beard.
Oh my God.
Yes, sir. I could pull that up at any request.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
That was a great night, man. That was the after party there.
That was good.
Yeah, that was the night that me, Jeff, and Terry Briner from Grease Monkey were up until I had to go to work.
Yeah.
my
And then I
god.
still went to worked the full day, and then came home and then passed out.
Yeah, just toast.
Hey, that reminds me. You guys go over and check out Grease Monkey Prospecting. He just put up 2 or 3 videos. They're shorts. That's all he knows how to really put up right now, but he's learning, so he's gaining in the community. So go check out Grease Monkey Prospecting, guys, if you're not already a member. I know he's got like 12 subscribers, guys.
Yeah,
He's
Heath was in that chat with us until about 3 o'clock, and then he had to go to bed.
He's going to do some awesome stuff, guys. I mean, stuff you've never seen a prospector do, and they're giveaways. So,
Get at it.
yeah, I mean, it's something none of us has thought of, and he's going to do it, you know. So I'll let him announce what he's going to do. But I'm telling you guys, you want to get on top of this because I'm going to put mine in there. I'm going to be there to bid on it, whatever I got to do, because I've been getting this benefit for last 2 years. So now he's going to do it as I've talked him into starting a page and YouTube.
Oh, really?
So
Nice.
yeah, it's Terry Briner from over there with Dennis Dayton.
Okay.
You can go back to Dennis's videos and see a lot of Terry in them doing prospecting. So he's a known prospector in the community. So
Nice.
go check him out, guys. We got him coming in on YouTube.
And then I also have an announcement. Starting in February is when the treasure hunt will start.
Ooh, we all know what the treasure hunt is if you've been over to AU, guys.
No. That's
okay,
a different
okay.
one, Vendetta. But the one that I'm talking about will be a virtual treasure hunt through some of my videos, Brewers videos, and some of the other communities' videos as well.
Huh.
Yeah.
I haven't heard about that yet.
What it is I will be announcing it with a video, giving out the first clue on where people have to go through and search the video to find another phrase. Once you have that phrase, you email me. Anybody caught posting that phrase in comment will be disqualified, and we'll go to a backup video changing the rest of the clues.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, it's going to be an ordeal.
So can you purposely comment the phrase to change the game?
You could, but you disqualify yourself from any further in the game.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because you're trying to avoid that then, obviously.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
But once you email me that phrase, you will get a link to a private video describing the next clue.
Cool.
Yeah. So
That's awesome. Is it so several people can send you the phrase and then they might be behind someone else in the
there's a first through fifth place.
Okay, cool. That sounds interesting.
Tell them what the first place prize is, Charlie, for going through all this trouble. I mean, it's
the first place prize is a 3-gram bag.
What?
Yeah. So you might want to take the time to do it. Is all I'm saying.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of homework, but it's one of those things that it will help everybody out in the community that's involved.
Oh, West Oz in the house. Shane Bennett in the house.
Oh, he is.
Yeah, Shane.
We were talking about you earlier.
All right.
But with this giveaway, first place will be a 3-gram bag. Second place will be a bag with 2 grams of silver shot. Third place will be like copper filings, and then there's a fourth skunk bag, is what you call it, because sometimes when you go prospecting, you get skunked. But of course, that bag will have like gemstones and other stuff in it. Then for 5th place, there will be constitutional silver. A couple mercury dimes, couple silver quarters, and some other coins thrown in there as well.
Nice.
But you have to go through the videos. You have to figure out which one it's corresponding to, because of course the phrase that will be to send you to the video will maybe bring up like 2 or 3 options. If you don't see the phrase in the one video, then you have to go to the next one to see if the phrase is in that one.
Nice.
So, like I said, it's a treasure hunt, but through old videos.
Rocky Mountain Live Prospecting's in the house. What's up?
Hey, Rocky Mountain, here you go.
He's loving it. Did you get Rocky? Did you get your finder yet? I know he's been wanting to for a while.
He got hooked up on a couple of detectors. I do know that.
Good
he
deal.
Might be repping Garrett right now.
Hey, Shane from West Oz. The boys were telling me I should contact you about buying these bad boys.
Yes, you two need to touch base with each other, Shane.
So email me. I'd love to bring some gold to the States.
Vendetta, if it's all right with you, I'll contact Shane through his Discord in a private message.
Oh, of course.
Shoot him your number.
Yeah, I have a Discord. I have Discord too for Vendetta, but yeah, for sure.
And if you need West Oz Adventures email, it is westozadventures@gmail.com.
You think I can remember that?
No, I was just letting everybody else know.
Okay, good.
One of my mods will throw it up here because I got some of the best mods in my group.
Shane, I always buy gold. I always buy gold.
He needs big, chunky nuggets there, Shane.
Yeah, I buy my big gold from Australia. So
my mods keep up the great work.
Speaking
will be
of which,
rewarded.
I think Brewers has a picture he can bring up here in a minute. We could talk about it a little bit, but this I have kept, and I also have something from Charlie for Charlie. I just have to find it. It's somewhere. A while back, he sent me a big hunk of material, and I smelted it. I crushed it, panned it, smelted it, and I got a little tiny piece of what I think is silver. I never acid tested it, but I don't know what else it could be. It doesn't have to be that big, Shane. But this is the first thing I've ever smelted, and it's a piece of copper. And I've polished it a little bit on my cabochon wheels that I use for cutting opal. But this was from material that I got from 911 Mining and Minerals up in BC. I still have some of the ore. But that was the first time I ever smelted, and I recovered something, which was awesome. And that's kind of what's led me down the road of smelting and kind of getting towards the hard rock thing. And Jeff, you were kind of talking about that before we started talking about a bunch of other stuff. So this is kind of leading into that. If you wanted to start showing them that picture of a slag.
Boom.
So this is a picture of slag from my first gold pour. Nine Finger Mining Creed over there sent me some of his ball mill material. And he's like, man, this stuff is like super hard to go through. It's almost impossible. And I'm thinking to myself, maybe I should smelt it and try to get my first gold button. So I did. And I've got a 13-gram gold, and it's like 22 to 23 karat gold. I've tested it, and the 22 stuff does not move it at all. And it has produced a big gold button. And I threw all the slag that I knocked the button out from into a bucket, right? A few days later, I'm looking in my shed, looking at my stuff, and I see this and other pieces of slag. And I look at it in the light, I'm like, holy shit, it's full of gold. And if you look towards the center there's a really bright, shiny yellow thing. That was gold popping out. And I'm like, man, what the hell did I miss? So I re-smelted it, added the other button back in, and it ended up being about a 33-gram smelted gold bullion nugget. And that was my first experience of smelting gold. Like that? I'm recovering that? Holy shit. Like,
No
it
doubt.
blew my mind. I didn't expect anything near that at all. And it was just amazing. So I actually have a project coming up, amongst many other things, of all my slags from last year that I've kept, along with some of this other stuff. Did you need to heat it longer and add more flux? Shane, I had too much material, and yeah, I needed to heat it longer. I didn't have enough borax, and there was too much soda ash in the smelt. So there's a few things that I was learning as I was going. This was probably my third or fourth time actually smelting some materials. But yeah, so that produced an awesome gold bullion. And it was a lot of fun, a big learning experience. But I have all this slag and other stuff. I can visibly see gold still in. So lots of stuff.
I call dibs.
Oh, did you see Rocky Mountain Life Prospecting? He picked up a Garrett after 30 years of using whites only. Yes, honored to endorse by Garrett. AT Max with a Reaper coil. Wow, Rocky Mountain. Congratulations, dude. You deserve that.
But the thing is now, Garrett owns whites.
Right.
Yeah, they bought whites out, so you're still representing kind of the
Both.
same thing.
Yeah.
Boom, boom. I'm going to take
awesome.
that down now.
Yeah, go ahead.
And I'm going not this view.
So with that said, the other product that I'll announce tonight, and this is not known by anyone. So we do have that. If you want to bring up the Jimmy Secret spot one more time real quick, that'll be coming out here in the next few days. I know I've been saying that for like a week, but it will be. And that'll be a little bit easier yet dirtier 100% ROI bag that we'll offer. And within the next month or so, the first pay dirt from my claim is going to be available.
Ooh, sign me up. Sign me up.
And it's kind of going to be a little bit different and a little bit special.
Oh, I can't wait to see that one. That's going to be awesome, brother. Awesome.
So the first, the videos that I've been making for the claim, you guys have seen that ore, that vein that I'm kind of looking at, right?
Right.
And I did a little tiny bit of sampling, and it may have shown a little bit of gold. Not 100%, but it's looking like it, right? Gold Bay's made a hard rock mining experience, Gold Bay pay dirt, and I didn't really like it. I had a really bad experience with it, actually. I had like melted jewelry gold that was in my brick. I was really put off by that. I've always had good experiences with Gold Bay, and I still, I haven't gotten Gold Bay in like maybe 6 months, but I've always had good experiences. There's nice chunky gold. It's fun. It's kind of the same material, but that's okay. But I want to make a real hard rock mining dirt. There's going to be gold added to it. It's not going to be crystalline gold from, a 2,000 foot down mine. But I want the people that are buying the dirt to crush the material up and see if there's anything else in it. You're going to be getting green blue rock that has quartz oxidized staining in it. You're going to get quartz inclusions that has, whatever's inside that material that I was digging, you're going to get that in your bag. I'm going to be taking an impact hammer down there with some big bits, and I'm going to try to take a big chunk out of that channel. I'm a few 100 pounds at least of ore. I know there's going to be copper in it. It might not be natural native copper in its metallic state, but it's oxidized sulfides. And maybe there's some free mill gold in there. So that's what's going to be coming out from the claim. I haven't really figured out a name for it, but it will have some connotation of the claim. Because I have been kind of working towards owning a claim for a while. And that was one of my big goals, is to have that to offer to people. And it's going to be kind of a hard rock mining experience. So
Shane says get some explosives down there, brother.
Yeah, they have what are the Sierra blasters? You can buy those over the counter, or you could I can meet some of my neighbors right across the street and have them bring me some TNT sticks from Mexico. So,
or I can just make you some.
Let me in there with an excavator with a ripper instead of a bucket. Just a single ripper. And I
don't know if I can do that. I think it needs to be patented, or I need permits at least for heavy equipment. I know I need permits at the minimum, but up to a certain point. I know I might be able to drag like a little bobcat digger in there.
Yeah,
without
mini.
permitting. Yeah. But I think up to a certain tonnage, I need permits or it needs to be a patented.
Don't need a permit for this.
I'm
Explosive works for me.
I'm very familiar with using Chinese dynamite plus the real stuff too. I
Yeah.
used to be able to set off 5 pounds per hole, but I don't carry that license no more. They scrutinize
5 pounds?
Yeah.
That's a lot, isn't it?
Well, not when you're laying water lines and sewer lines and you're going down 10 feet.
20 feet.
Solid.
Yeah.
So no, that's not a
No,
lot. That's only
relative.
like 5 holes I can shoot off at once. So I mean,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I can't do that no more. The licenses are gone. So don't worry, government. I'm not doing nothing. I'm not
doing it.
I'm not doing that no more.
The vicarious vain claim. I like that. Yeah. You guys had some other questions too, but yeah, that's going to be coming up. That's going to be, the Vendetta Hard Rock experience. But you were asking some questions about some other things too, weren't you?
Yeah, but I mean, if you're feeling hounded, I mean, we won't bother you. But if you
not at all, not at all. No, I just forgot what it was.
Oh no, you answered, pretty much the question. Like on your first thought, if you could go prospecting with somebody, who would it be? I mean, who do you truly want to go out prospecting with that you have not yet with?
I mean, that's a long list.
yeah, but I mean,
but seriously prospecting. I don't know, because I'd rather go out with buddies to the creek. I've gone to Georgia. I didn't really do prospecting out there, but I met a lot of really cool people. I went to Indiana and actually did get to go out prospecting with a bunch of really good people. But I'd really like to get into some of those California hard rock mines and really check some stuff out with they're just the guys that have run the mines that can teach me the history and that is you're so little compared to really what's going on and that puts everything into scale. I like the YouTubers out there. I mean, you got it'd be really cool to go up to Canada and see some of those guys. 9/11 mining. I'd really like to go up to Washington and meet up with Jason from Mountain Paydirt Mining and Metals.
Yes,
he is such a good guy. He's so down to earth.
There's your hard rock miners.
Yeah, I mean, he's just really put in the time and work to figure out how to do these things. And he might not know where all the gold is, but he knows how to get the stuff, man.
Yeah,
I mean, he has got it down. And I really aspire to people that have really dedicated their lives to being able to do that kind of stuff. It's amazing.
Me and Charlie were talking. We would hate to have his power bill because all the 3-phase equipment and stuff that he's got out there. I'm like, geez, almighty, man, that's a lot of electricity.
Yeah, we pay electricity in Arizona is pretty expensive, but for the company I work for, I do injection molding, and it's all electric hydraulics, and we spend probably $15,000 a month on power. It's all 480 and 3-phase. Yeah. It's crazy.
I don't like seeing that because when I do it, that means you just dug into some spicy dirt.
Mm-hmm.
Very spicy.
Yeah. It better be really rich too.
Oh yeah, spicy dirt.
Yeah, but see, I'm actually in the process of making something that would probably help you out with Vendetta, which would be for sampling that hard rock stuff while you're out on the field and it being small enough and light enough to carry out there. I'm taking a Mac 250 chainsaw and turning it into a rock crusher.
I've got one. Well, you've seen my rock crusher, right, Charlie?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Yeah, so I can plug that into the bed of my truck. It's got a outlet, and it'll run that motor, and I can crush rock right out there on the claim.
It
Yeah,
won't
but
kill your
I'm
truck or
saying
nothing.
if you're up away from your vehicle,
Oh yeah,
ways
yeah.
that you can take out with you that
Right
you're
there
not
into
going to
the
need.
pan.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, see,
It
that's what
won't-
it originally was one of those chainsaw. You hook it up to a chainsaw or an angle grinder, and it would crush it up. Well, I didn't want to have a chainsaw engine running in my backyard for like 2 hours, so I just hooked it up to an electric motor.
What happens when you hook it up to your truck, Mike?
Hey Jeff, I might have to go run and grab a charger quick because I'm at 15%, so I might
We
have
won't
to
talk
lose the
about
earbud.
Go ahead, Charlie. Yeah.
We won't talk about that, okay?
That's the pulling some amperage.
Yeah, I went to go start my truck.
Dude, I can only imagine the feeling that you had when
Dude,
it went
instant heart drop. Like,
rough.
no one's out here. I swear, the whole time the tow truck driver was walking down the road to me or to my truck, he's got to be thinking, this guy's going to try to kill me. There's no one out here. There's nothing out here. And he kind of like would stop. And I'm like, it's down there. It's down there. Come on.
Come on.
Like, I'm not going to kill you, dude. I left the gun in the truck. Yeah. And where's your gun? Why don't you have one on you? Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you got yours on you at all times. We see that. I mean, of course I do too.
Well, you know, actually, there's a lot of wild cow down in by my claims, and so there's some bulls down there that have gotten ready to charge me, and that's why I carry a gun on my side, is to protect me from larger animals, snakes and stuff like that. I don't really bother with. I could just walk away from them, but a charging bull in the desert where choyas are around me, I need something to stop it.
I kind of want to hear a little bit more about these holes that might not be on your claim, but they sit adjacent to it. They pique my interest.
Oh, you and I both. It's just going to be a trip just to hike up there and check it out. I don't know if I haven't spent the time to look up, but I don't think that area is claimed. I don't know if there's anything worthwhile in there, but I really want to go up there. And if it isn't claimed, I can bring a detector up there and see if there's anything inside there. Someone also suggested using a UV light, which isn't a bad idea at all.
Yeah, which one do you need?
Yeah, I need the right one. I have the wrong, what is it, wavelength or something like that.
Yeah, these is the two different ones, the 365 and the 395. Yeah, so you get both spectrums of the UV.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
$14 Amazon. Check it out.
That's cheap.
Yeah, check it out. It's under $20, $14.
Like we said, everything on a budget.
Yeah,
Exactly.
we rock hunt on a budget, prospect. So, Mike, we know you do prospecting. Do you have any other hobbies? I know your truck is one of them.
Yeah, I have a lot that I'm interested in and do and have done that maybe went by the wayside because other things came up. I do a lot of backpacking and hiking and country exploring. I've always liked doing that. And I tend to do those things by myself, actually. I mean, I'll go out on a 10-mile hike out in the middle of the woods with a backpack and some food and just get lost and spend a few days out there. And that kind of like grounds me and gets me back down to, I was living in the city and stuff like that is not something I've always wanted to do. I like living out in the woods, and that's kind of where I grew up. So if I wasn't living in a town, I was up in the mountains with my grandparents. So that's where I always want to go, But yeah, I like cars. I've had a couple of race cars that I've built. I used to do some track racing. Later.
Just wait.
I used to do racing on and stuff like that, and I did a lot of water sports like jet skiing and stuff like that. But when the kids come, other things have to go. Like I had a jet ski on the side of my house, and I had to get rid of it so we could get a van for the kids. So priorities take over, but this is something I can share with my kids and they can participate in for the rest of their lives, which is just awesome. There's not a lot of things that are easy to do. Not necessarily. I mean, I wouldn't say it's easy, but you can make it easy. And even if you don't find anything, you have a good time. You get to talk and share, and just that hardworking attitude is something that goes a long way with kids, because that's lost right now. It's lost.
Yeah, they
Yep.
just want to sit there and
behind their screen and do nothing all day.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's scary. It's scary.
See, my son was a lot like your boys, Mike. He was always there with me. I never let him hold me back from doing something. I would always make sure he was involved with me. If it was something that we couldn't do together, we didn't do it.
Right.
But hunting, fishing, camping, and that's part why he's in the military now, is because of the guns that I taught him to love, and
He likes it,
hunting,
man.
fishing, the joy of it all, the outdoors.
The outdoors is just connecting with the earth and being out. It's becoming lost or harder to get to. Certain areas and lands are now protected. You can't go see, which just drives me nuts.
And thank goodness for Amra, who's out here fighting for us to keep our public lands open, guys. I mean,
trying to, at least, man.
There's not too many people willing to fight for us little guys that's getting pushed out by logging companies and different places and different corporations.
Or the government in general reclaiming their land and saying it's a wildlife habitat. You don't want to hurt anything.
Yeah.
Well, we can do it safely we don't have giant diesel generators blowing gas everywhere, So I'm out there digging a hole,
I'm taking lead out of the system. I'm taking lead, mercury. We're cleaning up the waters. I mean, how are we doing bad? I don't get it.
Just like when it comes down to the whole dredging situation where they say we're destroying fishing habitat.
No.
The way that I look at it is you're improving the fishing habitat, because now you're making better beds for the fish to be able to spawn in.
Yep.
Because it's not hard-packed gravels that they're trying to make a bed in anymore. You're loosening everything up as you're working up the creek that you're working.
Yep.
And they're saying that we're destroying fishing habitats.
Well, you're depositing silt down the river. It's already there. How do you freaking think it got there?
Yeah, I mean, you're just displacing it, and it's not like the floodwaters don't do the same exact thing.
Yeah, and what happens? It settles downriver.
Yeah, it's still in there.
Yeah, it's there.
It's not going to go away unless it washes away.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, I mean, I disagree with a lot, but they are out there fighting the fight for us. So if you don't support Amra, at least check them out and see what you can do.
Yep.
But yeah, do we have any more questions in chat yet?
I haven't seen any come up in chat.
Okay. Looks like Shane's taking off.
Shane's got to take care of the kiddos.
Yeah.
Later.
Kids come first.
Yeah, see, mine are still just a little too young to take them out on the creek yet.
Yeah, I can basically take Jimmy out, and Elle's getting old enough I can take him out, but he's still a little wild cannon. As long as I give him some food and something to do, tinker with, I can kind of not worry about him.
That's good, though.
Yeah, he likes hammers. That's where his thing's at.
How many hammers do you own now?
Me or the kids?
You know where one's at when you need it.
Well, I got home and my wife told me, Elle took all your hammers out of your backpack that you put away last night. It was like 6 hammers. Jesus Christ, how many hammers do you need? You could ask me the same question, and that's why.
They learn from experience, right?
That's right.
With that being said, you could always take them out to the claim with you, find the biggest rock that's out there, give them a hammer, and be like, break it down, bud.
That's right. That's right. They'll sit out in the back, and I've got some decorative quartz rock where my barbecue pit is, and they'll smash those things into powder all day. All day.
Shoot, yeah. Well, Mike, I've got another question for you. when you are doing your prospecting and stuff, I've noticed you sometimes remove magnetics and stuff. How do
Yeah.
you feel about removing magnetics through the process, even putting magnetics in pay dirts? How do you feel about that stuff? Give us a little out view.
Yeah, so there's if you're talking, usually when I'm doing that, it's wet. With the dry washing, which we haven't really talked about too much, it's basically riffles full of black sand. And doing it in the water, I'll try to use a magnet and dump it in another pan, and I'll save all that stuff for later. And I'm trying to look for indications. I'm trying to look for bigger gold. And if I can see it, then I'm going to keep hitting that area. And that's part of the prospecting process. So am I getting gold here? No. Okay. I need to move over here. Am I seeing gold in this spot? Yes. Okay. Where does it go left? Does it go right? Is it moving down? Where is the pay streak going to be at? What I'm trying to develop are ways to do this out in the field. So I can see my gold faster instead of taking all the cons home and seeing if I wasted, 12 hours of my day digging in a hole where there's not any gold.
Right.
So I brought the blue bowl out and had that running while I was dredging and high banking. And that was a really fun thing to do because I can set it and pretty much not worry about it. And most of the stuff is cleaned up while I'm still working.
Right.
So I think magnets are a great tool. And you guys have probably also seen me use on a dry end that magnetic separator, which is killer. It works really good. But I haven't done enough testing with it to see if it's pulling gold over with it. I also haven't done enough refinement to really get a good way to collect that material. I've set up boxes and all this other crap. And I don't really like that. The machine works great, but it needs to be more functional so you can go out there and put in a bucket and collect your separated material. I shouldn't have to set up 6 pans on top of each other to do that.
Right.
I think.
Yeah. Should be a better stand-up setup.
The slide should come out just a little bit further so you can set up 2 5-gallon buckets.
Yeah, you could even enclose that end. You're 3D printing the parts. You can do whatever dimensions you want. You don't have to worry about a hollow tube. So print out a couple funnels that drop off to, like Charlie said, into a bucket, because I can't process this much material at a time. Sorry, I've got buckets worth of cons that I have to go through,
Yeah.
And to be able to do a spoonful at a time just doesn't work.
I agree. On your scale, yes. I mean, you've got a massive amount.
If you're doing Paydirt, you can run that thing no problem. You could even put up the Paydirt bag right underneath it and separate into it.
Right.
But I'm not really working on Paydirt bags. I'm trying to find gold.
Yeah, I'm with you. That's why I was asking your thoughts on magnetics on a bigger scale. You're way bigger scale than just your mailbox panner.
Right.
I'll say it like that. Yeah.
And then to add to what you're saying is even adding heavies into Paydyrts. I have that ability to do that if someone wants. So I don't think he's in chat. But there's a good customer and I guess friend of mine on YouTube, Jammin' Jeff. He wants as hard as it can get, and so I'll fill a bag up with black sand, hematite, non-magnetic black sand, with some dirt. And send him, he likes to get the super fine gold. He likes a challenge, and he loves it. I think if anyone else were to get that, I won't do it. I'm not going to do it.
That's a lot of time.
But if anyone else, have at it. That's like torture.
There's only one person that comes in mind, and he's a Canadian, and that would be Reg.
Oh, Reg?
Yeah, Reg LeBay.
He likes the challenges.
Because he loves that challenge. I mean, he likes to sit there and do black sands and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, and I don't mind it. Come on, camera.
Charlie, you got it for a minute.
I don't mind the black sands, but it's part of the process. And if you're not having black sands, you probably don't have any gold, most likely. I see Heath Dottity's adventure. Gold Camp has 5 tons of black sands. Yes. They're in a different area than they were last year. They were in a limonite heavy, mica heavy area last year, and I think they did some videos with mining magnets too. And he smelted a bunch of them too and got some. Yeah, there's Reg. I trained using black sands. Yeah, and so the black sands in Arizona are completely different than what you might see in California. California black sands are really light, I think. They pan real easy, and you can really work them back very easily. And in Arizona, you've got chunky, sometimes rounded black sands, and they're big. They don't want to move. They don't go anywhere. And you're panning and your gold's going down and the blacks are staying up there. So it's a whole nother beast. And the blue bowl can't clean those big rounded heavies out.
No, it's kind of like the heavies that were in my bag.
Which one was it?
Yeah, the black sands and stuff. It just does not want to move whatsoever,
Yep.
And that's what makes it challenging.
It does. And I mean, it's definitely fun too. I mean, and so when you're getting in your bags, you're seeing big chunks that you can't even. You're like, why is the giant gold going down the pan and the light black sand, little tiny black sand, staying up there? The gold just falling down the whole time as you're panning. You're like, what the fuck?
It's a whole different experience.
It is.
And that comes down to being where you're at. Every place that you go to, it's going to have different types of material. And
it's showing you that it's real stuff. You're not getting dirt from a creek that has no gold that, hey, I'm just getting rid of this dirt because I'm selling gold pay dirt and it's got gold in it. That's all people care about. No, people want the real thing. They want the dirt from the areas that you're telling it's coming from. Whether or not it has gold, a lot of gold in it or any gold, maybe that doesn't matter. But it's got to be the real stuff, and if you're getting pay dirt, I'm not going to say names, but if you're getting pay dirt and you're like, there's no dirt in here, there's no dust, this is clean water, right? That's probably pretty good for a beginner, don't get me wrong. That's not real pay dirt.
I have a question.
See,
I have a certain pay dirt that sort of comes in under the radar of that because it is.
Ooh, you got that?
Bering Sea Gold Claim 56, Nome, Alaska.
That's special.
From Brian, Mr. No Pants.
Wilder.
I actually panned that out live on one of the live streams.
Yeah.
And I mean, pan after pan after pan was just a huge gold freaking spile. It's
really?
all smaller fine flakes.
But it's from the dredging, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's from the dredging.
All from Claim 56.
I mean, every pan just had a huge gold smile in it. And I did like 4 pans of the smaller classified through kitchen strainer.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Bayou's talking about Jam and Jeff's in there. That's awesome. I wish I would have seen those. He doesn't share that shit with me. But no, Jeff's an awesome guy.
Yeah, he's always over at Bayou's channel.
Yeah, Jeff is a great guy. I'll be right back.
All right, Charlie. Oh, look what I went and picked up. The Dragon Moon. Oh, that's gonna be a nice one for the shelf.
Right?
I haven't seen our buddy in here in a while, Mr. Thomas 907.
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while either. I've seen him in a few other channels, but he's jumping around a lot too.
I'll have to check in with him and see how he's doing. Hopefully everything's going all right. Hello, Terry Briner. How you doing, Grease Monkey?
I see he's not on his Grease Monkey account.
Yeah, he's under his regular account there. Maybe we're getting double view time. Running that second link.
Different devices.
Always, you got to get that view time in.
I mean, we're at 2 hours and 20 minutes, and we still have 19 people in house.
Guys, if you got some questions, let's get them up there for Vendetta. I mean, I've got more questions, but I'd rather see him answer your questions. So this was
like,
part
you
of
got
the
questions
show.
about
So,
the new Paydirt bag that's coming out.
oh, well, we still got to hound him about a few more bits of information. Hey, Benzo Gold!
Thanks for listening, Benzo.
Hey, we got the new Benzo sticker in the house, guys. Oh, we got the new Benzo repping in the house here. We are flashing.
That is awesome.
I got the new one, Vendetta.
And hey, JP is trying to get to that 1,000 mark. If you guys aren't subbed, go check him out.
Yeah. Oh, we're watching it go in. Ooh, this is gonna be stout. Oh, lol. Is that the sake? Oh, that's tequila. 1800. Woo. I like that.
Tasted lemons.
I like that silver Patron pretty good. It's a little high dollar, but it's good.
Yeah, that's the 2-liter bottle that me and Becky got into the one night. And we drank it in one sitting.
It must not affect Mike like it affects everybody else.
Nah, I drink tequila like water.
Same here.
I like tequila. Actually, the cheaper the better.
I just know it. Ooh, I don't go well on tequila.
See, I don't go well on rum. Earlier this year, I had a really, really bad inebriated drunk session of rum. It just gets me.
Yeah, I did a whole bottle of Kraken, the black rum. Yeah.
What?
Yeah. I ain't lying. I got the bottle over there.
I believe you.
It's on video though. It's. I'm not bragging about it, but if you go over to JP's bar, you're liable to see it.
Who knows what happens?
You never know what's in store if JP wants it more.
That's right.
I guarantee it's a good time though.
Always.
Guaranteed. Always.
Yeah, remember to smash that thumbs up, everybody.
So let me show you a couple of trips I've taken. Oh wait, I already showed you guys that. I think we're all done with my stuff here.
Oh, we got something new coming out, right? Besides the Jimmys, do you have anything else?
Oh, I think we talked about the Hard Rock.
The Hard Rock. We got Jimmy's. Is there anything else? No. I'm asking.
Oh,
I'm asking. No, I'm not implying.
No, we got the Triple C, the Creeks, Canyons, and Crevasses. That was a pretty good one that came out. Let's see. I've got the claim there, and then sometime next year, we'll be doing another area. Paydirt. I haven't really told anyone about it yet, so.
Yeah. See, I got one of them that was unreleased. Yeah, the Canyons, Creeks, and
that was
Cracks.
well before it was available for sale, for sure.
Yes. And I loved it. And trust me, I still got the big chunk pyrite and everything over there separated, drying out and stuff. I loved that bag. That's why I say I love the Canyons, Creeks, and Cracks.
That one was probably one of my favorite dirts that, I mean, I can't say I don't like all my dirts because I make them, but
right. That
one is a lot of fun. And there's bigger gold. There's not really any fine gold in it. So it's always nicer to see that too.
And I really appreciate you coming on while we were waiting on Charlie and rescuing us there on a little bit of dry time and showing us you making actual Paydirt bags.
Oh yeah. That was fun.
Thank you.
It was kind of rough, but it was fun.
it was great. It was great. I greatly appreciate that, and I just wanted to thank you for it personally, right here in front of everybody, because you helped me out so much, brother. I appreciate that.
Yeah, of course, no worries. And so coming up this Wednesday, I think we've kind of hinted at it a couple times. Hold on one second. Take a look at some of the order. Oh, Reg, I've seen that on I've seen it on the Prospector forum. Some of that stuff. It's really awesome. On Wednesday at 5:00, there's going to be a Patreon only special. Gold Nugget Sales did that 105% ROI bag for 7 days, and I bought 12 of them.
Yeah, I seen it, but I don't. Sometimes I don't remember where I see it, and I do have privilege to see certain things backstage. If you aren't seeing this stuff, you might want to go check out Vendetta Prospecting on the Patreon side, guys.
Even for the $5 members, which is the supporter tier, you have all access to everything Patreons do. I'm sorry for plugging it, but
we got
there's a lot of stuff that you get to see that no one else gets to see, and no one else will ever get to see unless you're on that. And that's why the Patreon really helps support the fun stuff that goes beyond just what you see on the YouTube channel and what you see on the website. Yeah, so 12. So let's see, 12 times 5.25 is it's over 2 ounces of gold that'll be up showing that night.
That's going to be awesome.
So Benzo had a question there.
Hold on, what is it?
Yeah, I got it up at the bottom of the screen. 63
grams at least we'll get from that in one, and we'll show that in the pan at the end of the night, Wednesday night. So an odd piece of booty bag, not pyrite, micro quartz, schist gold. Yes, it is gold ore. It is gold ore.
And then Rich Peterson's got a question in here too.
No, dude, Rich. So I don't know what the heck happened. So I made the claim video, and I had posted a couple things, and all of a sudden my subscribers, dude, just started blowing up. I think a couple people shared a video or something like that. But it I was looking, I was like 650 or something like that, and the next day it was like 750, and then the next day it was like 900. And I thought something like fucking weird was going on, and then it dropped. I'm like, okay, it was just like a glitch or something like that, and then it just kept going up, and it hasn't stopped. It has not stopped. I think where are we at? 970 now. We were at like 960 this morning.
Dude, I would like to think that everybody over here in our chat is already subbed to Mike. But
I would
not get over
there. There's a couple of people I haven't seen before.
If you guys are not subbed, get over to Mike's and get over to JP Lawns and more. They're both almost at their golds, guys. So let's get them over the hump.
Yeah, definitely go over to JP. Definitely go over to JP. I love that channel.
Yeah, I mean, we all support each other.
Thanks for stopping by.
But to me, Rich, to answer your question, no, I didn't think I would get there. It's been probably a year, a little over a year and a half or something like that. And I didn't really start the channel to get monetized or anything like that. The 1,000 was so I could do live video on YouTube. That was all I wanted the 1,000 subscriber for. And now you can do it. Now you can do it without having that. So it's like almost a weird thing. It's like, well, yeah, I got the 1,000, but my intent was to be able to go prospecting and do it live with you guys. And I didn't even really know about StreamYard before that either. So it's great. I'm amazed. I am completely amazed at the support that I've gotten from all you guys out there, people in chat, everyone. I really, really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. I would not be putting the effort forth to do all this stuff, the videos, going out on these trips, sharing it with you, videoing it. That takes a lot of work in itself. Is to
trust us.
Got to remember all that shit,
Trust us. We know a lot. We spent a weekend on the creek, and maybe Charlie got the most footage out of everybody in the pack. I mean, we're crunching just to pull out 1 or 2 videos.
And then sometimes you're like, shit, I have everything I forgot to film.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't even pull it out.
I still have footage in editing because I still have tons of stuff that I have to go through to get everything in for that video. Big red moving on in the house.
Yeah, Big Red Boyon's in the house.
Oh, what's up, Big Red? In the house. And that's like I was videoing this bag, and what'd my camera do? That's the creeks crevice.
Overheated or what?
No, it just quit. I was classifying, and I was moving along, I was like, son of a. So I threw it all back in one bowl and reclassified it to get it to shoot again. And I was watching it, but when I was panning, it cut half. I think it only records for like 4 minutes or 5 minutes before it'll shut itself off. I'm like, after I pan it, I can't get it back. I can classify it again, but I can't repan it. So I've been dealing with that, or I would have more footage of your dirts up.
I listened, Benzo. I listened, dude. I tried, man. And you know what? I gotta ask you guys this. So, I was doing some thinking before the new year, and I don't want to put out good videos. I'm trying to make myself a better editor and music and all that. But are you guys like tired of seeing a gold pan with dirt panning Paydirt? Like I don't think that's entertaining, and a lot of the stuff sucks. Like a lot of the dirt I've been doing is shit. And I know that Miller Prospecting takes a lot of the hits for us, and I don't want to take that away from him. Like I like doing Paydirts. There's certain Paydirts from vendors like Indiana Creek Prospecting, like he's got that clay pay and the creek dirt. I want to do those and make a video, but I also don't want to make people like think, hey, is this just about Paydirt reviews? Because that's not really what it's about. I want to feature the sellers that are good. I have the guest of Paydirt once a month. But I feel like there's a lot of people out there doing it. Yeah.
See, I like Guess the Paydirt. That's a fun thing to do.
It's the hardest damn game for me yet. I'm always lost.
Dude, I have 35 videos from last year. You need to go watch them and see.
Dude,
that's
I've
the
been through
hits.
them all. And me and Charlie was talking about this pre-year. I was like, dude, I don't remember seeing that type of bag that had all the star shells. And
I hadn't done that one
teeth.
before.
I was like,
I've never seen a bag like that, so I have no idea who the vendor is, but I gave a guess on the gold weight.
yeah.
And that's the thing. I was telling Joey, he was in chat earlier. I could tell he was kind of upset because he's like, this is impossible. This is bullshit. Only a few people will know. I'm like, well, wait for them to guess and then jump on that train. I don't care. And there's not really any rules to it, but I don't want to go through the chat and try to find a number. I want to have that being an engaged video. And if you're like, hey, at the end of the month, I'm going to watch that Patreon rewards and I want to see if I won the prize because that's when it's going to be revealed. I know how much gold was in there. You want to see?
It is a hard game, but I like it. I do. I mean, that's the way I won over there at Bayou Gold Guys. I won at Bayou Gold Guys for guessing the closest to the weight. I think I was third place.
That was a good one. So this is a bad shot of it.
Big Red, I make Paydirt bags there.
Yeah, if you want to get up with Charlie on that, Big Red, by all means, he is my streaming partner. We are teammates in the prospecting world. So, yeah, he's the one that makes Paydirt bags. I'm not in that world. And I don't really want to get in that, but I might have some special bags to give away. But I don't sell them.
I do.
Yes, Mike Vendetta does. I can show you quite a few of them. How big do you want? They get bigger. There is 10 pounds.
Well, actually, Otto Ferris just went ahead and threw a big order in.
Okay,
he also asked the question. Mike, if you could go anywhere to prospect, money no option, where would you go? I would go to Australia for sure. I would go nugget hunting out there.
That was one of the questions we were getting to it.
Oh, was it?
We'll go ahead and fly that in through there. That's I'll just make sure I don't reread that one.
See, my answer is the same as you. Either Alaska or Australia is the two places I would go. Big Red, my email's in my about me section.
Hold on, I
YouTube.
got you, Charlie. I'll pull it up right now. I just cut my camera off too.
So yeah, I mean, Alaska would be fun, but their volume. I want to go nugget hunting and spend like 3 weeks out in the outback. And I'd also like to go opal mining because I have a huge obsession with opal.
Oh yeah.
And I spend too much money for overseas shipping. I'd like to just go mine it myself.
You do know we have a connection now in Lightning Ridge, right?
Who's
Nikki
that?
B. Nikki B.
Oh, Nikki B. Yeah, I didn't think about it, but I did know that. We've talked several times.
Yeah, so
She's
I
awesome.
believe I would be pulling that connection out. I
should
think I'd
work
give
on
Nikki
that.
B a holler because
Yeah.
she can guide you right to those guys. And
I'm tired of buying the crappy parcels.
And Shane, West Oz Adventures, has a connection that you might be interested in. He says that guy sells it pretty cheap. So
yeah, I'd like to buy it by the kilogram instead of by the carat.
yes. But those are the two connections that's in our community. So
yeah, and they're close to us too. I mean, we talk to them all the time.
Yeah, so like Shane's been in here already, and Nikki, I know she's out there now where there's not much reception or internet. So
she's out there. Huh?
Yeah, I don't know how often we'll get to talk to Nikki.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. We got Bayou. Okay. Yeah, it's hard Bayou with the more comments and stuff like that. It's hard to keep up.
Yeah, guys, go check out Bayou Gold Guy too. If you're if you like gold, he pans out a lot of gold. He just did one of Charlie's bags tonight. Unfortunately, it was a scheduling conflict, but
we'll have to catch
best thing about YouTube, you can go back and watch it.
Right.
So,
well, actually, that bag was done on New Year's. He just re-edited and made it a clip for another episode as a Paydirt bag review.
There he is, Brian, in the house.
There he is.
We were just talking about him.
There's our Mr. No Pants.
We were just talking about him.
It's funny how we talk about somebody and all of a sudden they just pop up. It's like
That's
they're
awesome.
back there lurking.
His ears were burning, man.
I'll check these guys out before I come out.
That's right.
No, I appreciate you coming in here, Brian. We appreciate you, brother. Everybody. We appreciate everybody, not just Brian, but everybody. But, you know, Brian is the big TV star in the house tonight.
No, we were talking about your wonderful claim bag there, Brian.
Vendetta's, he likes to pan stuff out, so.
Yeah. So you were asking some questions about the dry washer, Jeff.
Charlie's the big guy that's wanting to know about the dry washer.
Charlie.
Yeah, Charlie. Yeah. I was wondering about the magnetic side, but Charlie's the dry washer, man. I was liking the small flat bottom concentrator you got there. That's what I was. But
see, I just want to know what it all takes to have that thing set up and running correctly. Like,
okay. So
what is the best way to run it?
So there's a lot of different ways people will tell you how to run it, and it's always material dependent, just like any other cleanup process. I am not an expert by any means, okay? But what you need for a dry washer, you need the dry washer itself, which is consistent of some sort of upper classifier that you feed your material in. And then below that is your riffle trays, where it's collecting your materials, which are backwards, just like that Krieger sluice, right? The riffles are facing upwards, and it's creating dead space here at the front of the riffle. So materials flowing down and up and over these riffles, and it's getting blown up and shaken at the same time. It's kind of like dry panning. It's very, very similar to that dry panning that I did. And so that dead space is trapping all the heavies, including magnetics, black sands, and gold, and any of the other leads or irons that are in there. Pull up a lot of lead dry washing, a lot. And then So what that dead air is letting that heavy stick in there, and all the other stuff flows off the top. So you have a blower. For the smaller dry washers, you can use a leaf blower with a hose attachment, and where that leaf blower pipes into the dry washer, there is a fan, and that fan is blowing air up through the porous material. It's almost like a silkscreen material. And at the same time on that fan, there's a counterbalance. So as it's spinning, it's shaking, right? And that's kind of making that dirt like a liquid, like you would do in a pan. The lighter stuff flows off the top of the dry washer and out. And you don't necessarily have to have it as flat as you can get it. As long as you just have it set up level and right, it's going to catch the gold. They say, oh, dry washers get 60 to 70% of the gold if it's set up wrong. You don't want to have too much vibration. You don't want to have too much air. You just want it to flow off, almost like water. It'll look like dry water flowing off your dry washer. And then towards the end, you have your concentrate. So every 5-10 buckets, you got your tray of concentrates, and you dump that out and you collect those. You can keep running that concentrate back through the dry washer and get most of the heavies out to lessen the amount of cons that you have. Basically, at some point you're going to need to pan it out and get what you get. But I'm still what I would say fairly new to all this. So it's not like I've had a multi-gram or half-ounce cleanup dry washing. I need to get on those areas, and that's what the prospecting is all about.
Right. Exactly.
Because see, like what I wanted to try and do is get like a dry washer set up, and then try and hit the beaches up in Michigan, and see if that might be a better process than trying to use.
Isn't it wet like a couple inches below though?
Some of it's damp, but once you get up closer to the shoreline, like
where's the water level though?
The water level is about 6 to 8 feet lower than where I want to dig.
Oh, really?
Uh-oh, what do we got here?
Oh, yes, play this. This is when I rebuilt the washer that Chuck Gentles and I did some trades for. So this is the riffle tray. This was a really small one. This was my first dry washer. Cleaning up all the glue off of it. I even panned out his dry washer cloth and found some gold.
Sweet. that's when you're getting good.
I just wanted to see. He's a great guy. Yeah, so I cleaned this off. I took it back to my shop, and you'll see this here in a second. I sandblasted all that residue off. And there's the matting, the old one. Or not matting, but cloth. See, I was putting it in a little pan, and I got it all wet and seeing if anything was in there.
Burn the rag.
See, a couple little pieces. Nothing special, but there's gold in there. And this is kind of like some the beginning of what it looked like before.
I just seen this and I thought of it. I was like, yeah, maybe.
I almost sent you guys a video of the boys. You have it in your emails. Dry washing in the middle of the night.
Do I? Oh,
you do.
I'll have to pull that up.
You know what I'm talking about?
I have. Yes. You sent it a few weeks back.
And now here's rebuilding it. So I did the same thing that Keen does. I use the same materials, the same glues that Keen does. They have instructions on their website to reassemble it. So I
figured Charlie would get something from this right here is why, since he was asking about it, I figured he might see something he could do or use.
So I made a template and a guard so I could spray the spray adhesive without getting it everywhere. I know it's a little OCD, but why not do it right if you're going to do it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
So I made the template. I'm going to spray this super sticky stuff. I think it's like E6000 or something from 3M.
It's almost like upholstery glue.
Yes, exactly like that.
You can pick it up at your local Lowe's or Home Depot.
I got it at Home Depot. Yeah, seriously.
Yeah. I recognize I've used it before for underlayment and stuff.
Yep. Yeah, it was great for that. Stuff is super sticky.
Yes. We've even used something similar to that on swimming pool walls to keep the
vinyl up.
Well, it's not the vinyl; it's just the foam that protects the poly walls.
Oh, really?
The fiberglass poly walls. Yeah, you put a thin foam layer up before you put your liner in, and vacuum it out.
So it doesn't like sag or slip down.
Yeah, and it gives a little cushion in between the liner and the fiberglass walls, the polypropylene walls. Yeah.
Nice.
I've done a lot and know a little.
Jack of all trades, master of none.
I was going to use that phrase. I hate that phrase.
People at our shop ask, "Hey, what do you guys make here?" We do injection molding, plastic injection molding. Go mostly bad decisions, mostly mistakes and bad decisions.
I have learned it's hard to soar like an eagle when you work with a bunch of turkeys.
Got to be 5% smarter than what you're working with. That's all.
Yeah, that's all that's required.
It looks like you're straightening out some of those ripples there.
I am, and so I see some people. Chuck Jennels, so Bayou Gold Guy Chuck Jennels actually. I was looking for a dry washer and seeing if anyone in the area knew it. He's like, "Yeah, I got one I can give you." So I went up there and met him in Mayor and see you, Otis, and I gave him a big old gold nugget, even though he told me it was free, and I was like, I didn't feel right taking it from him. Him and his wife are amazing people, but so he gave me this and a bunch of other stuff. This is me back at my shop, sandblasting the thing, trying to get it really clean before I spray adhesive on it.
He's got no arms. Oh, I couldn't resist.
And now we'll see it pretty nice and clean, ready for some glue.
And see, with sandblasting it too, you create a little bit of friction on the surface that the glue will actually adhere to.
Exactly. Because I tried sanding it, and it just, the glue was too tacky and filling the sandpaper, you know. And that was before I had this. That was when I actually wore my wedding ring. You know, the wedding rings, when you're crushing rock with hammers, doesn't work right.
No, it flat spots them in a hurry.
And pinches your skin right here.
It'll pinch and flat spot them depending on the thickness, for sure.
That was a titanium one. It saved my finger a couple times from getting smashed, but man.
I had to quit wearing them due to climbing in and out of equipment. If it got hung and I was coming off the equipment, it would have took my finger off.
Degloved you.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So now we're laying the material over it and pressing it down really tight as we can get it. Got my PJs on that morning. And then we're putting another adhesive caulking on the back side of those riffles so it creates that dead space.
Which you can also pick up at Home Depot or Lowe's.
That's where I got
that one. Come on, guys. We were backyard prospectors on a budget.
Come on, man. Yeah, that's right. Do more with less.
That's it. It doesn't take the expensive stuff. You can make this whole box at home if you're a little bit talented.
If you're crafty.
Yeah.
And if you're not, see if your wife or kids are.
She's crafty.
She's crafty.
Beastie Boys. I'm liking this dry washer so far, Mike. You're doing a good job, brother.
Thanks.
I'll
try to find you a video of it.
You've stepped up the game. I mean, your latest claim video shows a hell of a dry wash run.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting. I'm still not done cleaning up those cons, but I have maybe that much, maybe the thickness of an iPhone in black sands, just straight black sands. And I don't really feel like going through it right now.
Yeah, you're good, bro. No,
I have
I'll
buckets
go through it for you.
everywhere. I have buckets everywhere I need to go through, and it's just a matter of time.
Mike, you can always send it to me. I'll go through it and I'll send it.
All right.
Actually, I've got some black sands I would love to send you and get you to smell it off or whatever, because I don't have the means to do it. And, I'd like to just see what comes out of them. I know there's gold in it. I know there's gold in it.
So I can do that. I'll send you the button. So there is, I started a bucket, and it's pay dirt and my own material that I've collected and whatever. And it's the very, very, very last little bit of black sands. Now there might be little micros here and there that I just was like, screw it. I'm not going to mess with it. I'm dumping it. I'm tired of, I've been panning it 5 times. I'm done. Right.
Yeah.
So, and it's literally like, that much out of a pan each time. And I'm throwing it in a bucket. And I don't know if I'll do a giveaway at the end of the year or if I'll smelt it, but we'll see at the end of the year what I want to do with it. But there'll be some gold in there for sure. So this is us plugging it back in, getting it ready to run. Hey, Brew, you got some notifications you need to deal with.
Notifications.
9 of them.
Oh, yeah. That's like value gold and stuff. Yeah. That's the guys up there popping up their live.
So this is a leaf blower that will push the hot air up through the dry washer, vibrate it side to side, and move the material off the top.
Now, I noticed on your other dry washer, when it's hooked up, it sort of moves. Does that affect you as you're dry washing, where it's sitting there shaking so much and it sort of moves around?
So so you're talking about the Keen 151S, right? The new one I got?
Yes, the one you did on the new claim.
Yeah, man, that thing is a beast.
Because you did the time lapse and you could tell that it was sort of the whole.
So what it does is it does this. It goes down when you add material up in this top hopper that you're seeing there.
Yes.
It'll actually move the whole dry washer down. And as that gets emptied out, it'll start lifting up again. And so what you want to do is put big rocks on the bottom of the dry washer legs. Right. So it stabilizes it. But the ground I was working on was really, really soft. So I had to end up putting a lot more rocks than I originally thought. So you might have seen it shimmy a little bit. And it wasn't quite flat enough when I started. So I think the first few pictures or videos were of that. Right. I ended up moving about 30 buckets that day of material.
Yeah, you went through a pile.
Yeah, it was a lot.
Now, I noticed you re-shoveled it back up in there, your tailings.
Yes.
You like re-ran them real quick, too.
Yep, and that's just in case it might have missed anything. And you can do that while you're dry washing, and it doesn't take any extra time. So, right. Because eventually I'll have to ideally, I'd be set up on a hill and those tailings would be running down. So I wouldn't ever have to shovel them out of the way. But I was set up on a flat spot. So I had to kind of shovel them out of the way. And while I'm there, I might as well just throw them back in there. It's not going to hurt.
I agree. Run twice.
Yeah,
or 3 times.
See, that's pretty interesting right there, seeing how that works.
That's the very first time I've ever run a dry washer.
See, we get to catch Mike in his beginning stages too, guys. So
all of it, yeah, I share all of it with you guys. And I think it's so much fun,
And we thank you for the content because we all get to learn from it. We all prosper from it. Exactly. Not only did you, but we watching it get to prosper. So I love it.
Hello, Muscle Shell.
Muscle Shell's in the house. What's up, dude? I haven't seen him in a minute.
Okay, everybody got Charlie's. Now we're going to sit here and run mics at the bottom. Vendetta Prospecting on YouTube, guys. Go check him out.
So I've had a lot of people guess and guess the Paydirt.
Oh, don't disclose it yet. I haven't guessed.
I'm not. But I've had a lot of interesting weight guesses. I'm going to just make this a little bit more interesting for the people that are live here.
Oh, you guys get inside.
You guys get a little inside scoop here because I don't know what you guys are thinking. You know, I order custom bags, right? Like I don't just order what's on the shelf.
Those are not your average size nuggets.
These are nuggets, okay? I see people guessing half a gram.
Oh, dude, those 2 nuggets
These
are
are
over a gram. That's over a gram right there in his hands, guys.
That's 3 nuggets, you guys. Like, what the hell? What do you guys think?
Yeah.
See, my guess, Vendetta, was like 2.23 grams, you know?
I'm not going to let no cats out of the bags, but I can guarantee that's over a gram, let alone just in the nuggets. Way over.
Then there's all that stuff. Like, what? And it's next to a mercury dime. Come on. It's the size of a dime.
Me and Charlie caught that right off. I was like, dude, that
Those
one
things are
nugget's
huge,
like
dude.
it's like right under 2 grams is my one big fat nugget, like just one of those. And I'm like, yeah, it's up there. You got to see it here, guys. You got to see it here. Remember that.
I don't know. People thinking it's not that much gold.
That's all right. That's better for us other guys.
Hey, you never know. You never know.
You guys here in Brewers Prospecting right now, I get to guess at it pretty good.
This is actually a specimen nugget.
Got quartz?
A little tiny bit inside. It's really I don't know if I'll sell this. I like this one a lot. 7.3 grams.
That's a big nugget. The biggest I got's 4.5 at the moment, but things are about to change.
Biggest one I got just a little under a gram. That one's actually in the 1,000 sub giveaway box.
Oh, the one you're gonna send me, right?
I'm curious. I mean, my curiosity is killing me on this bag right here. It's 3+ grams from.
I don't know how you haven't opened that yet.
It's content. It's content. That delays a lot of things.
I feel you on that. I have a Paydirt jar from I think 1967.
We got an LXR Blue Moon, and we got a Thomas 907.
How did you get the Thomas 907 bag? I've been trying to get that for a little while.
Kind of an inside thing. I spend a lot of late nights talking to him.
He's a really good guy.
He is a great guy, dude. He's legit.
Dude,
he's just spending a lot of time at work right now. He's stuck at work right now. So
what does he do? Do you know?
I think his family owns a junkyard business.
Oh, yeah, that can occupy quite a bit of time.
To the best of my understanding and what we've talked, yeah. And he's a great guy. Great guy, dude. I mean, if you don't know Thomas 907, go check out his channel as well. Get over there, guys. He's always in all the community here helping out.
He gives away so much, dude.
Yeah, AU family. He was over there. He donated quite a few bags to AU Prospecting. Yes, Mike, I was getting ready to whoop that out myself, brother. And JP and AU Family Prospecting and Silver Stacking just had a race, and JP won. And him being a man of his word, he's made that bag and made that bet confirmed, legit, and he give JP out to JP. Congratulations, JP.
Nice.
So, yeah, as of last Wednesday, he announced it, and it's good, you know. So we're trying to get JP onto that 1,000 mark now, guys. Let's get him over the hump.
Hey, with those Paydirt bottles out there, I don't think it'll be very long, man. Those things are awesome.
What do you think about the Sand Art bar bottles?
I want one.
Don't we all?
Yes.
You know, I've helped contribute to that bar. You know, I'm like,
Okay, I
I
want
want
one.
one, I want one. But you never know. You never know, because you never know what's in store at JP Lawns and More.
You don't, and he doesn't
And,
tell no one.
and I've got to give JP a big shout out because he's going to be here in my hometown this weekend. We're going out and doing a metal detect dig, guys. We are
And
collaborating with.
Saturday, I will be taking over the bar for JP. He'll come on for a short, brief moment, going live, and then after that, I'll be going live on my channel for the bar.
Yeah, because we're going to be right here. I don't know what our schedule is, but we are still having JP's bar. Charlie is taking over. Don't worry about it. Come on in there. It's going to run just like normal.
Good
Me and
deal.
JP's going to be in chat. You know, I mean, we're going to be there, but I don't know what our capabilities of running the whole bar is here. But if I can facilitate it in any way, I will.
I
You
think
know
you
I
can
will.
figure it out, right?
Yeah. Well, you know, he's going to be here. If I got to take a laptop to him and say, "Here, JP, have it for the night," you know,
Yeah.
whatever. Here, you can run the bar, brother. We'll do whatever.
I think I might have a couple things to show y'all.
Benzo, you was invited, my brother. You're still more than welcome. It's not happened yet. I know you got to work though, brother. We wish we'll have you here in spirit. Oh, I'll pull you up, Mike. I got you.
All right, so let's see. Can you guys see my mouse right here?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is the inlet for the dry washer. Now, if I had my choice, I would have gotten the Keen 151, which doesn't have these breaker bars right here, which supposedly distributes the material evenly and stuff like that. I'd rather just have an extra riffle up top. Over here is the air blower. And then this way here, up here is the hopper. So I'll hit play here and you kind of see it in action. So this goes down as material is added. As you can see, I'm kind of messing with that feed through it a lot because I want it to be pretty slow. But, you know, I'm always kind of, I got to learn how to use it right.
Right.
But as you can see, there's some big rocks over here on this plate. And it's pretty flat. So ideally, you'd set this up on a hill and all these tailings kind of just fall off down the hill from there.
But see, like you said before, is you run that material twice just to be sure you got everything. So once you do your initial cleanup, you run that other material again and then do another cleanup.
Exactly. And you can bring all the comms you want home with you. I mean, it's just a matter of time to clean it up. Here, I'll show you guys that hole I was working. I haven't shown anyone this yet.
I got you.
So this is the hole that I was working in. Up top over here was where I first started taking some samples, and there wasn't anything worthwhile in here. So I started following the bedrock, which is this red rock here. And that's where I got most of my buckets that day. So I vacuumed all of this stuff out, and this was right before a little waterfall. So far, I haven't really seen anything out of this hole besides lead. So I'm wondering if on the other side of the waterfall, under this fallen tree, maybe those things, because this bedrock's heading down to the right, I'm wondering if there's a big pocket right in front of here that I need to clean out. From the looks of it, it is. But I
would get in there with a pick.
Oh, I have one right there on the bottom left. But there's just so much material and overburden. You can see the layers. You got brown and then the red layer underneath. And there's that red layer underneath is where all the heavies and gravels are. So
I think you need some help.
That would be there to focus on.
I think he needs some help, Charlie. Are you game? I think he needs some help.
I'll be right back, all right?
All right.
We're going to help him out and get him motivated. Let's go.
Well, I've got like 5 or 6 different areas over that way that I want to go check out and hit.
I love my Bella and Waylon. How much does the Advantage dry washer cost?
We'll have to ask that to Vendetta when he gets back.
Yes, because I have no idea. I know I just bought in on the Gold Hog mats. We'll push Gold Hog here tonight. Tonight, we're pushing Gold Hog. I'm psyched about putting them mats in, Charlie. I know you're psyched about getting yours. See, I run 10-inch. Charlie runs 10-inch. So guess what? We got some mats.
We got some mats.
We got some mats. That's football. Ooh, hey, do you guys have your aerodynamics on the creek? If not, get a hold of me and Charlie over here. We'll hook you up on some 501 Slickum. You can have your aerodynamics on the creek. So, yeah.
Yeah, so Vendetta, you know, like I just showed everybody else, I'll help you streamline your panning process.
Rocky Mountain, how much does the advantage dry washer cost? The King dry washer 151S. If you buy it brand new with the Honda motor that I've got, it's about $2,600. But I didn't pay that much for mine.
Man, we're over 3 hours already, Jeff. We still got 16 people in house.
Yeah, we just dropped down from 17. I mean, we've been holding almost 20 most of the night. And that's all because of our special guest, Mike Vendetta.
No, that's good,
yes,
guys. Come on.
Quit being modest.
Whatever.
Damn it, we all know we don't hold those kind of numbers just when me and Charlie's in here BS. You are the man of the night tonight. Everybody come out to see Mike Vendetta. They didn't come to see me and Charlie. They come to see Mike.
I appreciate
that link at the top of chat. It's only available for as long as the stream is running. You can get $4.20 off your purchase, any purchase at Vendetta Prospecting right now.
You guys want to see some cool historical stuff in Arizona, some mining in Arizona?
Absolutely. But guys, I mean, this is the one and only time you're getting a Brewers discount code. I mean, it's only for tonight. I mean, it's not forever. It's just for tonight. So when we decide to wrap this up, it's over.
Yep. All right. So recently we did a video. I brought my boys over to the Mammoth Mine and Lost Dutchman gold mining area out towards Superstition Mountain. Hold on. Professor Mike Vendetta in the class dry wash 101. Oh, that's funny. So that's really funny. So this is looking towards where we made that video, towards the west. And the small outbuilding here that we're going to be coming up on down towards the bottom of the screen is actually part of the Wasp mine. If you look to the right of that, you've got kind of the open pit attic going into that mine, which is about I think it's over 2,000 feet down. It's flooded, currently inactive. But this is just a really cool site and video I was able to make for the Superstition 1000 subscriber giveaway that I was doing. Hold on, let me go back over here. Sorry, guys. So that to our left is Superstition Mountain. Let me show the overhead shot of that. And this is kind of coming back towards the road. So that mountain in the back over here is Four Peaks. And my truck is off the highway, kind of center of screen coming back towards me. But that's kind of an oversight of a super historic mine here in Arizona. Super high grade gold came out of there. I think it was somewhere in the range of 6,000 ounces or something like that. It was super rich. They were pulling out pounds of gold at a time. But it's flooded now. And it's actually going up for sale soon. Terry, thanks for your order. I just saw that. But yeah, so really, really cool place. I really liked it, and I wish I had enough money to hire some people to go down there and pump that water out. There's some gold down there. I'm telling you.
Give me a straw, Vendetta.
Those extra wide straws.
I'll get it out of there for you.
Yeah.
It's cold outside.
Rocky Mountain, and it's not anywhere near the California border. It's very close to where I live. It's in Apache Junction.
Yeah, before this stream ends, I got to sit here and get my order in. So y'all just go ahead.
It'll be good till well, yeah, actually you're right.
Yeah, because it's already after 12 here.
If it doesn't work, if you guys have an issue with a garden hose, if you guys have an issue with that coupon and you were at the show tonight, just email me and I'll give you the discount.
Yeah. Hey guys, give me 1 second. I've got to take care of
your order.
No, I gotta take care of
Just
mother.
kidding.
I gotta go take care of mother real quick, guys. So
all right.
I'll be right back. Yeah, you got it, Charlie.
But yeah, I think that claim that you got there looks like a pretty good spot. Like when you went the other way, up from where you said you were posting,
yeah,
that other channel that runs for a long ways, that looks like a really good spot.
You know, so the one place, it's funny because I think it was spot number 6 or 7, where I was getting in. There was a lot of gravels, and it was underneath this dead tree. And I was like, "Oh man, that looks really juicy." I was actually really expecting to see some good stuff in there because I hadn't seen a lot of river gravels anywhere really, besides like in the direct, creek bed. But this was 20 feet outside of that and a little bit higher than the creek bed, and it was just all dry dirt with small pebbles in there. And I was expecting to see at least some micros in there. I didn't see anything, which was really surprising. But right above that, where I got 8 and 9, there was some tiny pieces of gold. And I mean, I really was hoping for more, like always, right?
Always.
But it was at least encouraging. And I mean, we're talking acreages here, so it's not like I'm going to be able to find them at the first scoop, right? Like, hello. Right. But it's just finding where those things are dropping and then learning the characteristics of this ground. It's a very historically rich area. Let's see. I think there's a couple pictures I can pull up here. So this is, you guys are getting some inside scoops here. So if you want to pop that up, this is a small shaft that was dug. I couldn't get in there because of that Palo Verde and the cholla all around it. But this is an area that we might want to do some sampling on these sidewalls. There's an little added shaft there. There's also 2 more adits, and there is an actual shaft on the claim, which runs pretty parallel to where that vein that I got from. It's on a diagonal. That's okay. I don't expect it to be, exactly north and south, but if it's along a, some sort of a transition or surfaces that are a dike. I'm trying to think of the right word.
We're not added. I know what you're meaning.
Yes. So where you have 2 materials coming into each other, contact zone. Thank you, Jesus Christ. Where we're having this contact zone, and that's where this inclusion of oxidized copper is following. And I can draw a straight line across. I haven't shown you guys the east side of the claim that we're going to go to next. We'll show that in the next time I go out there, along with collecting that material. But that side is completely different. The geology is completely different. It's just separated by a mound. So I'm going to try to find where that copper oxidization zone is on the other side of the road and try to connect along there. If we can find a vein that's running along there, that's where we want to go. Whether that's down and in or just along the surface, I don't know.
I got to answer this question quick from Bayou Gold Guy. See, the whole reason why I sell it at such a low price is because I'm trying to spread that fever. If I can send out a bag that somebody else is going to enjoy, I rather do that than charge a ridiculous amount for a small amount of paydirt and it not be a fun experience. So I'm just doing it more or less to help get out and go and enjoy prospecting and having fun. Even though I'm taking a loss at what it is, it's just more or less to spread the fever.
I'll tell you guys something right now. Who's ever here watching? Vendetta Prospecting took a loss last year. We didn't make money. We sold a lot of dirt. We moved a lot of material, but we didn't make money. I'm not Dave or Mike from Gold Nugget Sales. I don't have hundreds of thousands of dollars of inventory of gold. I don't. I'm a small-time prospector miner, and I am a pretty small-time paydirt seller. My prices are so that people get a good experience. If you're buying a gram bag from me, I might make $2, maybe. And if it's a heavy bag, I'm losing money. But I'd rather people have a good experience. I have a Patreon that helps support our channel. And if you're a patron of ours, that you're getting pretty much 100% back almost. So it's really not for money for me. I actually am kind of in the opposite. I want people to have a good time. And if people say, hey, that Vendetta dirt, I had a great time. There's a ton of gold. And, I barely paid anything more than it was worth. I succeeded. I'm not in the business to make money. That is not what my focus is about. It's people have a good time, a good experience, and not get ripped off. That's what the Vendetta name is for. I've experienced the negative things, and I don't want anyone to have to encounter that. And that's why we've started the company. So Bayou Gold Guy, how do we sell that under? I want to answer your question directly. You don't count postage. I've considered not giving free shipping because technically when you spend $72 on a 1 gram bag, I get charged from my website hosting company 3% or 5%, whatever it is, on the flat cost. I could charge you $62 for the bag and $8 or $9 for the shipping and get less deducted from my fees. But I'd rather not have to worry about you pay for shipping. I'll take it. I'll take the hit. I want you to have a good experience. If I make a couple bucks, I did my job really well. If I broke even, I did my job really well. I'm not in it to make money. And that's kind of what makes me a little bit different, I guess, and Charles from the bigger paydirt vendors, or even the people that maybe not the most expensive, but they might have the bigger names. I'm not in it for the money. I'm in it for the fun. It's a hobby for me.
Yep.
People might say, oh, it's a business. It is a business. I have a business license. I pay taxes. You don't see that because it's all in my pricing. And I don't want you guys to have to be affected by that. If it's affecting me, that's my problem. I need to change what I'm doing, but I want you guys to have a good time with it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Thanks, guys. Thanks for pulling in there for me, Charlie.
Sorry, we got a little deep on the gold paydirt. Bayou Gold Guy had some good questions about, between Charlie and I, how do we sell gold paydirt under spot, basically, without shipping, right? Because he doesn't count that.
Charlie, you did say what happened there, didn't you? You did.
Yeah. We took care of the question. We answered it.
Yep.
Right. No, I knew you answered it. I meant that one incident.
No, he already knows about that. We corresponded via email.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's
I
just
didn't know.
because stock was low, things were backed up. I ended up refunding him and still sending him the bag because I felt bad for the situation. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? Speaking of having mess ups, I think I've had either 2 bags that were 3 that I can remember. My first bag that I ever had an issue with was actually a local Arizona guy. He was down the street. He's maybe 15 minutes from me. He said he had some gold that was magnetic and it was sticking to a magnet. I said, well, there's a possibility that there's ironstone stuck in the gold. No problem. I'll give you a free bag, the same amount that you bought. I'll hand deliver it to you even if you want. So I hand delivered it to the guy, 20 minutes from my house. Ended up being a guy I go to the restaurant his family owns all the time. Really nice guy. There's one incident. I had a bag that there was an issue with, right? The second one was Mike Hartman. He's a very well-known community guy out there. I mean, he's been around all of our channels. I think I sent him a bag that might have been shorted. No questions asked. Here you go. You know, there shouldn't be any issues. If you have a problem with the gold I send you, let me know. 100% money back guarantee. And then there was one more person. He's actually a big YouTuber, Silver Squad. He did a Hacienda bag, and it was supposedly short on gold, which, I mean, I always put more in there, but whatever. He never even reached out to me saying that there was a problem. I saw the video. I sent him a half a gram extra of gold. I don't want anyone to have a bad experience, you know? And if they do, let me know. Because the goal is for everyone to have a good experience with it and have, like Jeff was talking about and Charles, you get that fever. You get that, holy crap, this is amazing feeling, and you can't beat that, you know?
yeah, you can ask value about that cornflake you got in that bag.
Yeah.
That cornflake was almost a half a gram cornflake that I sent him in that bag.
Now, Mike, Marcella, now she might be in here in the back lurking because I told her to come in because she loves you to death. I don't know what you've done to her, but she has taken a spite to you. But she has 2 of your other bags on the back burner waiting for me to go over and help her pan out. And she wants to try out the sluice. So I might have her start on one of those. So I mean, yeah, you've got a new fan that you might not know about too much.
Bayou Gold Guy, you missed earlier. I have 12 bags of the Gold Nugget Sales 5.25 gram bags. And on our Patreon channel, I'll be doing a live stream of that Wednesday at 5 o'clock my time. And there should be about 63 grams of gold in there.
Yeah, and if anybody in chat here doesn't realize, I also have a Patreon set up.
Oh, yeah, Charles does too.
When I do my giveaways, depending on the tier that you're in, you get extra entries in those giveaways that I do. Regardless of whether if you're there or not, you still get those entries.
Yeah, Bayou, I'll have to find out what the total is. So 5.25, 12, 63 exactly. If I'm short 60, what is that? Let me do the math on that.
The dog just seen herself in the reflection and she barked at herself.
I'll be over 1.5 grams short, Mike, so I should know. It should be pretty obvious. I'll let you know. That's too bad, though, man. I've never had any problems with Mike from Gold Nugget Sales. I mean, the guy is a really good guy, but I've never had any gold issues. Yeah, you're right, Benzo. I've seen plenty of the gold as I was dumping out the bags, and it's not really. I mean, it's. You know what it looks like to me? It looks like hard rock mined gold that's been thrown in a rock tumbler and beaten up. It looks like crystallized gold that's been beaten up.
Well, I think we've hammered Vendetta enough, Charlie. I think it's safe to open up the floodgates and see if anybody wants
Wait,
to.
whoa.
We grilled him hard enough. I don't.
We're not done. That was only 12 questions. You got 8 more.
Well, some of them's been asked in the chat, so you know. I mean, I don't want to grill you all night long. I mean, we've had you for almost 3.5 hours. I don't want to overwhelm our
We
guys.
might have to do a part 2 of the Vendetta interview.
We might have to because we got a lot of stuff unsaid. Yeah.
Because I think we need a continuation over at Charlie's channel.
Well,
Yeah, I do too.
This next Thursday, I have AAP Variety Channel coming on live.
Well, he didn't figure on being on there too long because he was like thinking he could do 2 or 3 shows that night. He don't know that we sit here and grill our guests for 3 hours.
You might now.
But if Vendetta's in the house and we're done with AAP, of course, we could always retouch the subject and continue from there.
Yeah.
You know.
So we might have to do a reschedule. We'll get with Mike and his schedule and see what we can do about having him back. I mean,
I've got the live show Wednesday, so let's not bug AAP. Let's get him on a schedule. I got that show Wednesday night for y'all. You guys are going to be, both of y'all be there because I know you guys are Patreons. And I wouldn't miss it if I was anyone in chat, even for $5 and you can bail out. It's going to be worth the show. Trust me. It's going to be the most gold I've ever had in the gold pan for sure.
And that's going to be exciting to see just what you do with it. You know, I mean,
I was thinking about sluicing it. I might dry wash it, but I probably will end up sluicing it.
Yeah, always.
It's 3/4 of a bucket full.
I mean, that's a lot of material.
It's a lot.
I can imagine how long that would take to pan out.
I know. I was like, maybe I'll pan it. I'm looking. I'm like, yeah, no fucking way I'm painting that. It's all black sands too. It's from Benson Beach, I think. It's got mussels, and big rocks, and black. The material is fucking black, dude. So it's probably pretty tough stuff.
Benzo's wondering when your live is on Wednesday.
Benzo, it's gonna be at 5:00 my time, so probably 7:00 your time. Are you in the same time zone as Jeff?
I think Benzo has his show Wednesday night as well, Mike.
Oh shit!
But it's 8 my time. I think.
I was gonna try to keep it pretty quick, Benzo.
So
Well, if anything, I'm moderator over on your channel and stuff like that, so I could always drop Benzo's link just as we get to the end there. And
yeah, I'm gonna try to keep it pretty short because dinner time's around 6. So
well, see,
I would love 6 is my planned time.
I'd love to see us do something like Shane Ohio River History does on the Monday Night Digs, you know, where, you know, Mike is at 7, Benzo's at 8. Whoever comes in next, if you want a time slot, I think we need to orchestrate something like that for the gold community where we're not stepping toes on each other. If I'm not saying I want to be that guy by no means that takes together, orchestrates all this, but I would be willing to help.
Benzo doesn't want to miss it.
You know, I just want everybody to get a piece of the pie is all I want, because, you know, we got a great community. I don't want to spread them out in between 2 different
I didn't even think about Benzo's show. Yeah.
You know, and I know Benzo's he loves Mike Vendetta just as much as we do. We're all in the same community. We love each other.
We're all family, man.
We're all family. So, you know, I think if we could come together with something like that, it might benefit the community.
Yeah, family is what you make of it.
That's it. And I look forward to the day I'm on the creek with Mike, because I've been on the creek with Charlie. I've been on the creek with JP. I've been on the creek personally with Benzo, out just me and him. So that's an experience in itself. You guys, if you ever get a chance, I tell you to take that chance.
Yeah, I think this year, or excuse me, 2022, I'm going to be doing a lot of West Coast. I'll probably end up going to Washington and meeting up with Chris Neville, GS Squad, Richard over there. I'll probably end up meeting a bunch of people over there and then head down to California early this year, maybe meeting up with Julie. We got the Tucson Gem and Mineral Show coming up next month. I'll be there in Tucson if anyone wants to come meet up with me and my family and meet the Vendetta family. We'll be there. We're going to hopefully meet Black Opal Direct. Justin, I'm a big nerd fan of his. I've gotten some of his opals for my wife for some stuff. So I probably spent way too much money over there, but I really like to get to meet them. And anyone else out there? I know Mike from Gold Nugget Sales and I are trying to get together here next month and do a little collab and make a video together. But yeah, a lot of stuff coming up this year. I'm going to try to be making a lot better videos, maybe not so much shitty ones.
Oh, you don't put out no crappy stuff, dude.
But I don't want to have too much. Last year we made 207 videos. I don't think I can do that this year. I want to refine them, make them better for you guys, and have content that actually means something. And I'll be featuring some vendors that are needing some love, like this Gates the Paydirt January. The vendor there, if you haven't seen that, go check it out. One of the best in the community. Charles, I've done his bags and Paydirt on Guess the Paydirt, and it was some of the best stuff. Some of the most fun stuff too to be able to get to go do. Jeff's over there being crazy, but besides that, we got some new paint. Yeah, I did.
Woo! We're going to go crazy tonight.
But besides that, I really wanted to thank all the Patreons for being out there, and all of the watchers. You guys are so awesome and been helping us out so much, and really just wanted to keep me going. Otherwise, I really wouldn't have any motivation to do it unless you guys really cared to see it, because I see it all with my eyes regardless. But the editing and making over and stuff like that was, it really makes me happy to see you guys enjoy it. So,
dude, I don't miss a live usually unless I'm dead sick. I don't miss a live, dude.
You're always there.
Middle of the day, late at night, I don't care. I'm going to be there. See you.
It's hard with me because a lot of lives I see you put up, Vendetta, are times while I'm at work.
Yeah, and they just go up. I don't tell people.
No, there is no notification.
Yeah,
notification he's on is right there.
You know what? It's time. I'm dropping it.
I love it.
I will put out there too, like all of my Patreons, you all get shout outs at the end of my video. Like when I do like videos for when I'm out on the creek and stuff like that, I always shout out the Patreons at the end of my video in the credits.
Yes, sir. And if you want us to show your stickers, why you come in and chat. Me and Charlie, like Benzo over here, I got his new sticker in today.
Yeah, I don't know why I haven't gotten one of those yet.
I just got it in today. Today. So we give you guys a big shout out. We support.
This is a vintage sticker. No, not a lot of people probably have that one. No. So when I first started my channel, Heads and Tails Living, awesome channel. It's now called Silverback Preparedness. He did a shout out video for my 250 subscriber thing, and it is fucking awesome. I got to clip it and add it to a video. He's a really good guy. Ron F.
Oh, Ron
F. Yeah.
Goldflower Wizards, Secret Creek Prospecting, Kibi's Treasures, Nabity Designs.
Thanks, Terry. Really appreciate that.
Vendetta Prospecting, Benzo Gold, Nine Finger Mining, Brewers Prospecting, AU guys, RPE, and of course Indiana Creek Gold Prospecting and Paydirt. I have some others that are on equipment I can't bring out with me, but thank you guys so much. Charles and Jeff, thanks for having me. Oh, I have that in my kitchen. I just got it.
Oh, Rose, it's the bomb, and Angela, yes. And of course, we've got to give our salute out to Ed, Flash in your pan. Oh, we're gonna, yeah. Hey, Charlie. Where you at, Charlie?
Some people have those. Those are from you guys.
Hey, you guys.
Actually, there's a new custom pour that'll be coming out shortly. But this is the last one here. And this one's in the 1,000 sub giveaway. And once this goes out, there will be a special draw for the 1 through 10 that have this.
I know what number I got.
So do I. Well, all right, guys. I think I'll cut out of here. And if you guys have an after party, I hope you guys have a good one.
You're more than welcome to stick around if you want to hang in the after party.
I'm gonna shove this down my face and watch chat.
There you go.
Well, I was just gonna drop the link if anybody wanted to join us for the after bar. More than welcome to jump in.
I'm gonna mix another drink and hang out with you guys in chat.
Yeah, that's fine, brother. Well, you got the link if you want to drop back in later. You've got your backdoor access, so come on back anytime.
I am a backdoor man.
Now we're getting a little.
Now we're getting back to normal, right?
After party. After party. Hey guys, what y'all think about that? Mike Vendetta, guys. Mike Vendetta. Awesome show, guys. Awesome show. I'm glad y'all got to join in and join me and Charlie for that. That's got to be the best to date. The best.
Oh yeah, definitely. And I mean, we didn't even get through all of the questions.
No,
I mean, there's probably a few that weren't asked in chat, but we still didn't have a chance to get through all of the questions. But it was still an awesome night.
Yeah, I mean, we had so much information. We had a wealth of knowledge there that we just had to tap into, guys. He's part of the community. I mean, I can't wait to get Benzo Gold on here. Benzo Gold, you're going to be coming up, buddy. Open up your schedule. Terry! Oh, you amateur, you coming in here with your YouTube on?
Got me some Vendetta dirt.
I went big. I went big. I designed my own bag right here. You seen Mike's face, didn't you? He was like, "Oh, Brewers just went big."
But we're probably gonna call it a night, guys. We're gonna go to the after bar. Thanks for joining us.
Hold on, let's get Benzo in here if he's got time. If Benzo, if you got time, buy you gold. Anybody, y'all want to call in and get an after party and talk about this? Now's your chance, guys.
We're about to end it.
Yeah, we got to get it off.
We're at that 3.5 hour mark already.
Yeah, we did an awesome show, guys. Awesome show. Plugs for days in the house. Yes, Joey, we're still live. We just got done with Mike Vendetta. When we interview a host, we give them the full round. And guys, if you didn't hear, you got to get over here for Thursday night with Charlie. We have AAP in the house. Charlie, we need to announce your Patreon because that's something we keep forgetting to do.
Yeah, and actually tonight I gained a few Patreons, Grease Monkey Prospecting being one of them.
Oh,
Thank you
yeah.
so much.
Oh yeah, he's not gonna miss out.
And I'm the big dog, too.
And guys, I don't have a Patreon. As you see on the bottom of the screen, if you want to donate to the channel, that's what that's up there for. I don't ask for money. That's not what it's for. It's just a means and a way for you if you want to. That's all that is. I don't do Patreon. I'm not giving it up to the big guy. This is just a way around just saying, hey, if it's $2, $1, if it's 99 cents, I figured he'd come in. He's not going to miss out on this. But yeah, that's what that's for. But Charlie, can you make you a banner real quick and get that up, or is there something I can do for you?
It's a whole process to get that link.
Okay.
The easiest way for anybody, if you want to join my Patreon, I do have the link in my About Me section. You can jump over there and it'll take you right to Patreon. And then it's just a matter of picking which tier you want to join.
No, Rocky Mountain, that ain't the way that works. No, I don't take it like that. No. That's all Charlie. Yes, we're teammates, but Charlie's channel is Charlie's channel. Mine's mine. So, but yeah, we're teammates. We support each other fully, 100%. So I back Charlie every endeavor he goes in, and he's the same here. So, but yeah, I appreciate that. But all right.
Meeting bed bugs.
Charlie Small Peppers, brother. Amethyst, we love you, hon. Appreciate you being here.
Thank you, Amethyst. But we're just about to hit that 4-hour mark. So we're probably gonna wrap this up and head to the after bar.
Yep.
Thanks everyone for joining us, and have a good one.
And Benzo, if you want to join in the after party after we go off, you know where to go find the link.
All right, guys. Good night.
Good night. Good night, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for being here.